Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another TikTok reaction, man. We are back with another one. All right, you already know we gonna bring these videos every day. It's always something good in these videos, so please do not skip anything. Watch the full video all we do. You don't want to miss anything, so don't be skipping around and stuff like that. But hey, man, I hope you guys are having a grand rising day today. This video will be out super early, like around 12 p.m. tonight. 12 a.m. early. All right, every day. All right, but make sure you guys have the post notification bell on, and I appreciate the support, man. We almost at 13K, man. I really appreciate you guys, man. If it wasn't for you guys, I would not still be able to be doing this, you know? So I really appreciate you guys. All right, I want you guys to know that. But very appreciative of the support. But let's go ahead and get into these videos.
You ever watch I'm Legend?
No.
He's pretty much the last person left in New York City. There was an apocalypse that happened where people started turning into these monsters, kind of like zombies.
Yeah.
It was because of like a cancer cure. All of these people that took the cancer cure, little did they know it would turn them into like these rabid monsters.
Okay.
And he was surviving there by himself, and he's a scientist trying to like find out the cure. So he's like testing the zombies he finds and shit.
Yeah.
Because he's alone for so long, he ends up making his own civilization.
That's tough.
Since there's no people, he puts mannequins.
Oh, that's weird.
He goes to the DVD store and he has to talk to the mannequin like, yo, Sammy, what are you saying, bro? Blah, blah, blah.
He's lost his mind.
One day, he saw the mannequin like in the middle of the street, moved from the DVD store.
That's fun.
And then he pulls out his gun and is like, Bob, tell me you're real. I'm gonna shoot you. Tell me if you're real right now, tell me. He shoots the mannequin, pow, 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 pow. Right? And he goes toward it and he's like inspecting, like, yo, what the f? How did it move, right? As he's walking toward it, he steps in a puddle and his leg gets caught. And he gets... You ever watch I'm Legend?
No.
He's pretty much the last person left. If you ever woke up at 3:15 a.m.,
Okay.
you might be cursed. Like,
Why, though?
Legit. I don't know if you ever heard about the Amity House.
No.
This is a real haunted house. I believe in the States somewhere. Ever woke up at 3:15 a.m.?
Nah, he's crazy, bro. He's crazy. Till my voice came to... Nah, man, that was all you.
This is our world. A clear, round, protected...
Wait, okay. Do y'all think people really be having voices that come to them and tell them what to do, though? Is that a thing? If it is, it has to be like a fallen angel or something, because that... Some ways, you know, it's gotta be like a fallen angel or something. Or a spirit. It might be like that. That's probably what it is.
Flat, non-rotating plane, as above, so below.
That's interesting. Okay. That's definitely how I work.
This
I
is
look
our
too.
world. A clear, round, protective bubble with a flat, non-rotating plane, as above, so below.
Yup.
Did y'all know that all these corporations is owned by one entity? A company called BlackRock, an investing company. Now, they don't literally own them, literally, but the influence, basically, you might as well say they own them. They're blackmailing these companies almost. Hey, TikTok, this conspiracy theory on, I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is just speculation. From the time you rise up, you open your Apple phone, you go to your Gmail, you on Yahoo, you open your Dell Microsoft computer, you fill your car up with gas. All of that is influenced and owned by BlackRock. How did they even get to this point? So BlackRock Inc. is an American multinational investment company. It's the world's largest asset manager with 9.42 trillion assets as of June 30th, 2023. Headquartered in New York City, BlackRock has 70 offices in 30 countries and clients in 100 countries. Now, these clients, and specifically where they're placed at in each one of these companies, is where they get their leverage from. And they got rich off scaling technologies in the early 80s. So by leveraging their technology, data analytics, and focus on passive index investing, BlackRock has become one of the world's largest and most powerful financial firms. But we all know you don't get in no position of power just by scaling your business. You got to pull some tricky moves and tricky things. But how can one company, and Vanguard is another company too, but I'll throw them all into one entity because they all had their business meetings together. They all go sit down and had a rich little meetings and link up together. You got to think about it. If BlackRock got heavy investments into all these companies, right, and their influence is dominant, then that means if they not liking Ford that month, they can cut Ford expenses down halfway. Or if Tesla ain't listening, we could shut down Tesla.
Wow.
Pull our investments out of Tesla. Like, these
Wow.
people are so weird. They will sit here and say, like, oh, we need to bring solar panels and bring energy into the planet. I mean, and use free energy into the planet, use the sun, and we need to make the planet healthier. At one moment, they'll be like, we're promoting ESG. We're promoting environmental, social, and governance, and we're going to invest into the planet. Same time, they throwing billions at fossil fuels. Billions at all they oil companies. They play both sides. That's how they got in position. Just the same thing Rothschild did. Same thing all these billionaires do, bruh. White flag. The surrender. Then come with a sneaky Captain Clever plan in the back. See, we the type of people that confront when something is happening. You got a problem, they gonna confront it. They gonna peep something like, hold it in for 7 months and use it against you. They'll wait. And one of the main reasons why they say BlackRock is controversial, or they could be potentially a evil risk or a negative risk to the American people, is because they invested into all these Chinese companies, right? But if y'all understand something about NATO and how this world stage works, they all the same game players. These world banks, they run the world. These companies, these industries, these firms, whatever you want to call them, right? They got all the names for them. They run the world. So when they link up at these meetings, it's not your Chinese military, it's not your American military, it's these billionaires that link up and politic, the real politic about what they gonna do with the delusion of this earth. You gotta understand, there's people that gotta keep up with the time zones. It's people that gotta keep up with the who clocking in to work. You think these people really beefing with each other amongst as billionaires when they gotta run all these people? Y'all gotta really understand something, bro. What's going on? They only job is to keep the masses of people in line. Every single country has a head. What do you think they be talking about in these meetings? How to keep everybody under us still. So if we detox from their companies, which is hard to do because they set themselves up into everything. Like Johnson & Johnson, ain't that the medicine and all that? The medicine companies or the lotion company, whatever it is. I think that's the medicine company. Let me look it up. Yes, the pharmaceuticals, right? And these is just the they own all mainstream media, or they influence all mainstream media. That means if BlackRock don't want you to talk about that, you're not going to talk about it. I gotta understand that these companies own controlling interests in all of these medias, and public media, and media forms the public opinion, and the public opinion funds the dollar and how the functioning of this realm and who's doing what. Because most people follow society, even the people who claim they don't, to a certain extent, follow society. You know, then, bro, that's too much power for one company, one man, you shouldn't dictate all that. I want you to also try to go find what they look like. Try to go search up the owner of BlackRock. You're not going to find it. What does this show you? Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, Jeff Bezos, all these people are characters.
Indeed.
Because you ain't going to ever find a person that be like, hey, I own BlackRock. I own Vanguard.
Why would they?
It's not going to happen, buddy. I'm black nobility. It's not happening ever. You would never know what these people look like. Ever. The most you can do is speculate. We might walk past these people every single day. They also do a whole bunch of hand holding and undercutting in the stock world too, but y'all gonna have to find somebody else to talk about the stocks and all that, because we know black melanated people was the first product on the stock market. So I ain't got nothing to speak on about that. I wonder why nobody don't talk about BlackRock though, and these companies. And if these are the
Hey,
companies
get
out in
your
the
fruit,
open,
man. Get your fruit.
what about the ones that's in secret? Or how many companies is they connected to and we don't know about? And if they make investments with China, you got to think every TikTok platform, that's not even an American platform, but half America is all of America almost running off TikTok now. As far as like entertainment, news, funny videos, it's the new news, it's the new TV. Let's be honest. If it's not TikTok, it's YouTube. And then YouTube is Instagram.
Facts.
Man, we in some strange times, man.
Definitely
Did y'all know
some
that all
strange
these
times.
corporations is
For
owned
sure.
by one entity?
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. I just learned something new today. How many of y'all knew this? Let me know in the comments. Dang. Owned by one person, BlackRock. Well, organization, whatever you want to call it. Alright. That's crazy. So everything is run by this one organization, BlackRock. And you mean to tell me we got so many people out here, right? We can really take our planet back, man. It's way too many people against this one little group. That's sad. That is actually sad. We gotta stand up, man. We really do. As a people, we gotta really stand up and do better. If it takes like don't go to work for like a week, we need to be doing that, man. It's 2024, man. We gotta make a change somehow. You know, everything I just said was all entertainment. All right, YouTube. Just putting that out there.
Are you experiencing any of these ascension symptoms? Write it in the comments. Number 1, improved dream recall and the development of lucid dreaming. Number 2, having out-of-body or astral projection experiences. Number 3, perceiving light anomalies of specks, dots, or balls. Number 4, seeing auras around living things. Number 5, increase in empathy, telepathy, and healing abilities. Number 6, past life memories. Number 7, sensing, seeing, or communicating with presences not of the 3D reality fields. Number 8, feeling a strong sense of love and connection to the earth and other living things. Number 9, having conscious contact with the deceased, angels, or ETs. Number 10, perception of parallel earth. Number 11, changes in sleeping and eating patterns. Number 12, mood swings, anxiety attacks, manic or depressive states, cold flashes, or hormone flux. Are you experiencing any of these ascension symptoms? Write it.
Was really suicidal. Like really like, man, is this pain ever gonna go away?
One less lonely One less lonely
Excuse me?
Don't even say it. Don't say it.
I'm telling you, Hollywood love people like this. Easy moldable, young, impressionable. Tell them what to do and they'll do it. That's why every time they come in young, they always end up messed up when they grow up. They don't know if they want to become Christian. They don't know who they want to marry. It's crazy. And if you notice, the young white pop stars always start off in the black community because they know that they'll be easily accepted. And then once they get accepted, that's when they want to switch up and switch their fan base. These are just my opinions, but I feel kind of bad because I blame it on the parents. The parents are the ones who make the kids like this.
For sure, man.
Really suicidal. Like really like, man, is this pain ever gonna go away?
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, they was definitely telling him to say that. He don't look like the type to be just saying that, man. Dang, man.
Stop. You're going to want to hear this. There was reportedly a biblical description of an angel spotted in Mexico. look at this. Right here in the middle of the sky. That everybody is recording. Wait till you zoom in. And you zoom in a little closer. And as they get closer, you can start to see that it starts resembling more and more like the biblical description of the angels.
Wait, I actually do.
Look at it. It even got the eye in the middle and all. And then we know that we're in some strange times.
Indeed.
So anything like this, very much possible. Are y'all seeing this shit? Just look at it.
You can see the eye.
That's what it looked like when you stop and actually look at it. Damn near resembling this. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Was it an angel? Was it a UFO? Was it just a balloon? Comment below. Follow me on all other social media platforms.
I don't know,
Stay
man.
tuned.
That's a little strange. That definitely looked just like that angel thing he just showed us, right? It definitely resembled it a little bit. Not. It kind of did look like it. Can't even cap. And what could that even mean, though? Seeing that, the biblical angel. I don't know.
A lot of y'all should know.
Not at the moment. I don't know.
Bro, he was really woke, just like Michael, bro. And he was trying to tell us something. We wasn't paying attention. Listen to this.
Right. Let's be clear about the internet.
You gotta really listen to the clues that he was trying to give us, yo. All of this shit scattered. A lot of y'all should know who Prince was.
Shout out to Prince, man. But it's crazy though, like, he was saying all this was like back then, you know? That's how you know he was tapped in, man. Definitely tapped in. To be just saying that, like, that far back, and look at us now. You really gotta watch how you use the internet, man. For real. Because it will consume you. Or you'll just be watching entertainment, not learning anything. We live in an internet age where you can learn anything nowadays, man. You can learn a new language. You know, if you're willing to put in the work to do that, you can really teach yourself a lot of things through the internet. Become, you know, rich overnight, really. But people don't take the time to do these things, you know. They just use it for entertainment. Right? So that's just what I feel.
Trying to headbutt me, bro.
Why do you do that, bro? Nah, that's funny.
Mira, mira. Ahí, mira. ¿Viste? ¿Lo grabaste?
That was not Santa Claus, dude. Cut it out. Get out of here, man.
Who killed Tupac and Biggie? And I think both of these dudes were assassinated in some kind of way. More Biggie than Tupac. I think Tupac might got killed by a dude that they, you know, had an incident with earlier that day. But Biggie's just seems a little governmental.
You know, there are plenty of old timers in the game who are dead sure Diddy put a hit out on Tupac, but it's a total mess right now because there's not much proof, a shaky witness in Keefy D, and Diddy's got this, of course, billion-dollar fortress built around him. But don't lose hope because some OGs are starting to speak up, and Ice Cube's been dropping hints about who walked Tupac for a minute now. You see, now Diddy gives off this vibe of an untouchable dude who finessed the music industry several times, made hella cash off of good artists, and has those weird parties with his boys somewhere in the hills in the his mansion. However, all of that might be coming to a grinding halt for Diddy, and it's all because of the recent Keefe D arrest. So now Keefe's getting ready for his trial, and the prosecutors, they're still scrambling for evidence. While all that's going on, Diddy's working on a gospel album with Tiana Taylor, like nothing's ever gonna touch him. But let's not forget that this dude's done some shady stuff throughout his career, and somehow Diddy's the one who slips through the cracks, like every time. It seems like his luck might be changing though. Ice Cube, Eminem, 50 Cent, these are the ones who are actually speaking up about Diddy and the fact that he may have been behind the hit on Pac. So when Pac and Ice Cube crossed paths out of the blue, it became a real game changer for Pac. In a subtle way, Cube kind of took him under his wing. It wasn't like some big dramatic thing, but during that time, he gave Tupac some guidance and acted as a mentor of sorts, which ended up being a pretty big deal in Tupac's artistic journey. They connected because they both went through the same struggles as young black men trying to make a name for themselves in a world that seemed stacked up against them. As Tupac's star status kept on rising, he never forgot the impact that Ice Cube had on his life and career.
Let's go. I met Pac. He was still part of Digital Underground, and he was just, you know, the cool young nigga. We was both, you know, the young niggas in around the group, you know, so we would hang and kick it and shit. You know, this digital shit is cool, man, but, you know, I want to do records like y'all, you know, I want, you know, he said, because where I live at, this shit is fucked up, you know what I'm saying? And
he used to talk a lot about how Ice Cube had a massive impact on him, giving props to Cube for helping him discover his voice and gain the confidence to speak his truth. But now let's keep it real. You probably already know that Tupac managed to create the music that he truly wanted to make, all the while becoming one of the greatest and most influential artists ever. He dipped out of Digital Underground in '91 and dropped his first solo jam, Tupacalypse Now, the same year. Then he followed it up with Strictly from a Nip and Me Against the World. But things really blew up when he unleashed his Death Row Records debut, All Eyes on Me.
who killed Tupac and Biggie? And I think both of these dudes.
Tupac, man. It's a legendary name right there, man. Tupac.
Anybody else? Yeah. Everyone, introduce yourself.
My name's Ava. I'm a Scorpio.
No. What's your last name?
Ava Combs.
What's your other last name?
Ava Barone.
Eva Barone Combs. Yes, it's breaking news. Diddy adopted a white child. I want you to tell them the story about how I adopted you. But you still have beautiful parents that mature my child also. But please tell the story.
So, I was on the streets, and then Papa Combs decided that he would like to be a caring man, so then he saw me,
don't sound right, nope.
And said to come inside and play with the kids.
This don't even feel right. Nah, bro.
Like borderline suspect. I don't want nobody. You want to get it clear. I adopted you like Madonna adopted kids, and everybody else adopted kids. Charlize Theron, everybody's ever adopted Sandra Bullock. I adopted you because I felt that you could, you know, enjoy also having a black parent to take care of you and help you out. So, just clarify it, because it's crazy out here online.
You don't just adopt people out of nowhere, man. Get out of here, dude. He using that as a cover up, man. Yo, get him, man. They gotta get him. Somebody gotta get him, man, because he's wilding out here. He don't even care, bro. What is he even doing? Ain't this the dude from that one movie? What is you doing right there? You're not beating these allegations. I don't care. Here's over what.
Read Diddy lips.
It's all over for P. Diddy because he's allegedly one of the worst sexual predators in the history of music. So P. Diddy is a very, very famous rapper, music label owner, and he's been credited with finding and helping discover a lot of young and budding artists.
On that list.
But on November 16th of this year, one of his exes named Cassie accused him of sex trafficking, rape, and domestic violence. This woman basically stated that P. Diddy had repeatedly assaulted her for years during their on and off again relationship, and she even stated that at one point he had allegedly broken into her house and assaulted her after breaking in. But just a short time after this was made public, P. Diddy settled the lawsuit with Cassie and basically stated he wished her well. But then days after settling this lawsuit, another woman came forward and filed a SA complaint against him. This woman claimed that P. Diddy had drugged and raped her while she was a college student in the year 1991. Of course, P. Diddy denied this claim, but the story gets worse and worse. On the same day that the second woman came forward claiming that P. Diddy had assaulted her, a third woman came forward. This time, she stated that P. Diddy and his friend Aaron Hall had taken turns graping her and a friend 30 years ago. Then, 2 days ago, some of the most disturbing allegations against P. Diddy surfaced. This woman, who's going by Jane Doe, stated that when she was 17, she was approached at a lounge in Michigan by P. Diddy and the former president of Bad Boy Entertainment, Harvey Pierre, and she was then convinced by these men to take a private jet to a recording studio in New York City.
No.
This woman claims, though, once she got to the recording studio, she was given substances and she was viciously gang raped by P. Diddy, Harvey, and a third assailant who remains unnamed. Now, for his part, P. Diddy has denied all these allegations, said that these are people just trying to ruin his reputation, basically take his money. But I will state here that for years, people have been talking about some of these strange things that P. Diddy has been seen on video doing with people he hangs around with. And there have been rumors that P. Diddy has been a rapist for a very, very long time. So I'm sure that there are going to be more allegations, but yeah, I think for now, P. Diddy is definitely...
Everything that was shown right here was all for entertainment, YouTube. Alright. Hey, man. Get him, man. Get him. Yeah, get him.
If you're awakening spiritually, this video is
crazy.
So freaking important for you. I see so many people awakening, and this is not a judgment, it's just an observation, because I have been there myself, struggling, battling, trying to awaken.
What are you talking about, man? What's he talking about?
Chakra, shadow work, journaling, affirmations, mantras, chanting, meditation, running, eating the right foods, and you don't need none of it. Truly. If you understand the effects of consciousness, you would never need anything for the rest of your life. For we are living in an illusion projected by consciousness. You are the creator, you just don't know it yet. You still believe you're a victim to outside circumstances, an external world, external forces. But you are projecting the entire experience of your life. You're watching a movie on plasma projected by consciousness. When you open up to that creator part, that awareness, that consciousness, and this is not just a theory or some philosophy, or it's an actual physics. You have, imagine a holographic world. The physical stuff disappears. Now you're in this energetic holographic matrix. When your consciousness, instead of being so narrowed into the human world, but when your consciousness starts opening up to light, new energy flows in. Your body heals faster, your pain heals faster, your chakras automatically align without any effort. All your quote-unquote shadow aspects, they actually come home. They get integrated because you're no longer fighting them, you're no longer resenting them, you're no longer battling them. You let your consciousness, your light, your creator essence take care of everything. How do you think this planet came into place? How do you think this beautiful world exists? Divine intelligence. Get the human out of the way. Let your light, the consciousness, take care of everything. When you open up to consciousness, your light body comes in, your body of consciousness. This part of you essentially vibrates like an enlightened being is like 300,000 cycles per second. Imagine Buddha, Jesus, etc. A human, a normal low consciousness human, again just an observation, but a low consciousness human with physicality and stuff vibrates at approximately 60,000 to 120,000. 120,000 cycles per second is more
My
weight
boy
than
be doing
people.
his research.
But my point
Okay.
here is that when you open up to your light, to your awareness, to your consciousness, and you don't do anything, literally, there's no technique. You just open up to the field, to your own light, and you allow that in.
Right.
Just assume it's there and receive
You gotta be
it, for it's all
delusional
right
sometimes,
here.
you know.
When you come into the world,
Sometimes you gotta be
you're
delusional.
shining bright, you are vibrant, you're happy, you're jumping, you're shining, right? And then people shut you down. You suppress yourself, and that's when we become depressed, when we suppress our light. You simply open up to that light again. And when you do, as I said, because your light body, the body of consciousness, is here in the physical body, it merges with it, it heals the body faster, your chakras get aligned, everything takes care of itself. You don't need to fight anything. So, final point, let go of the battles. Everything you think you need to do, eat the right foods, do the right things, love and light, chakra work, mantring, affirmation, journaling, all that, you're still just using the human self. And this is not a judgment again, but the human is so limited, so limited. When you tap into the field, to your consciousness, the creator essence that is literally creating your entire world, everything will take care of itself automatically.
Facts.
So let go of the battles, let go of the struggling, the efforting, trying to awaken, for you have all the answers, all the knowingness, all the divine spirit. It's right here if you allow it in. And that part of you will take care of everything. If you're awakening spirit,
100. I feel him on that for sure. Mind over physical, I guess, you know. The mind is definitely a powerful place, man. Without the mind, you wouldn't even be, you know. Without the mind, you wouldn't even be. Shut up.
Ice Spice is a perfect example for how to tell whether or not somebody is going to be famous using the Hollywood hair theory. It's this theory that in a world where we are so overstimulated and our attention spans are so short, in order to actually be memorable, you need to have an iconic look to you. And there's no easier way to do that than your hair. Ariana Grande did it with the ponytail. Justin Bieber did it with that bowl cut and purple hoodie. Billie Eilish did it with green hair. Nicki Minaj did it in Pink Friday with pink hair. And my friend Coco has made a lot of really good videos about the Hollywood hair theory that inspired this one, but I really wanted to talk about this. Ice Spice is getting a chia pet, and this to me is the perfect example of why this Hollywood hair theory is so important.
I'm laughing, bro, because I used to watch that commercial all the time, bro. No, watch it grow. Nah, that is crazy, man. I remember this. They still sell this? Nah, chia pet is crazy.
Important, and when used correctly, actually creates these massive branding opportunities for artists. Because so much of becoming a successful artist is crafting a really memorable brand that people really latch onto, right? You're only going to release music once every 2 years or so. So you really need to create this feeling of community and identity that people resonate with, right? And Ice Spice is a master of this. And I think that is why she's blown up so much in this past year, right? Like by simply calling her audience Munchkins, she got a massive Dunkin' Donuts partnership. Or on Halloween, she has people like Trisha Paytas, Lil Nas, like people everywhere dressing up as her, right? Because her brand is so memorable. And you want a career, not a year in any creative industry, right? You see how quickly people can blow up and then how quickly they can vanish. And it's things like this that keep people there, right? It's not the fact that there's one artist who's putting out an album every 2 months and that's why they are constantly famous. It's this ability to craft a brand that you can then let other people do the work for you, right? Chia Pet is now promoting Ice Spice when she doesn't even have to do it herself anymore. And that's the genius of crafting this very visual brand. Ice Spice is a perfect example.
Wow. That's an interesting theory, I'm not gonna lie. Because, you know, like, people come out with their hairstyles and it definitely holds. definitely be remember them off of their hairstyle too.
Willy Wonka
Never
is a
looked at it
demented
like that.
psychopath and serial killer. The golden tickets are just a diabolical trap to satisfy his dark desires, to get rid of children representing each of his sins and vices. Wait, this theory might spoil your childhood, especially when you find out what really happened to them. The film is ambiguous and doesn't clearly show whether the children survived their alleged accidents planned by the terrifying Wonka himself. Besides, he's always scared me more than amused me, haven't you? Gloop, because of his gluttony, didn't just fall into the chocolate river by accident, he was pushed. The selfish one wasn't attacked by squirrels by accident, she was targeted. Violet, the impatient one, wasn't turned into a blueberry by mistake, she was intoxicated. Mike, the obsessive, wasn't reduced by a ray by bad luck, he was irradiated deliberately. Bay and Charlie, he was next on the list. But Wonka, the diabolical genius, was looking for a successor, not out of generosity, but to avoid the guilt of his horrible crimes. Willy Wonka is a demented psychopath and serial killer.
Got a
Golden
point.
tickets are just a
He would strategically set that up too for every child. He knew what they liked it and all that. That's crazy, man. That movie is actually crazy when you really decode it like that. Dang. He really is a serial killer. Really. Who really killed them without, like, making it seem so bad? You know what I'm trying to say? Like, dang. That was crazy. I have to rewatch that and really decode that now.
Since there's a lot of spiritual bypassing on TikTok, I just want to bring some awareness to a certain topic that I continuously see, and no one talks about the other side of it. Mount Shasta, California is the root chakra of the world. It's a powerful energy vortex, and it also has an extreme level of darkness that nobody talks about. I'm saying this because I lived there for over a year, and I feel very confident in the information that I've attained, and I want to share it. In the 1800s, the US government held genocide campaigns. Genocide campaigns are where the government funded and paid white settlers to go and kill Native American peoples off of their own land. Men, women, children, all of any native that was seen, they got murdered. A significant amount of genocide campaigns happened in Siskiyou and Shasta County, which is where Mount Shasta is at. So rather than only talking about the light of Mount Shasta, we also need to bring some awareness to the dark. Since there's a lot of spiritual bypassing on TikTok, I just...
Where's that at? California?
There's something crazy hiding beneath Mount Shasta. In 1904, a man by the name of J.C. Brown was searching for gold at Mount Shasta when he discovered a mysterious cave. He followed the empty tunnel for 11 miles, and at the end of it, he found a lost city with hieroglyphics written all over the walls. As he went deeper into the city, he found a chamber with 27 tombs which had skeletons in them, except that the skeletons were over 10 feet tall. He hid the entrance to the city and kept the information to himself. However, he obsessed over it in secret. And finally, after 30 years, he put together a team of 80 people to go back and explore the city. However, on the day the expedition was supposed to begin, J.C. Brown vanished and was never seen or heard from again.
Wow.
Many have speculated that the Illuminati took him out in order to keep this place hidden. Many people say that the Earth is much different than we are told. So, did J.C. Brown stumble on a secret that someone was trying to hide? This has made many people think that there's something crazy hiding beneath Mount Shasta.
Wow. So they have cities and mountains. You know, I heard Rashad Jamal say this. I don't know. This might be real then, huh? They have cities and mountains. You might not never know. You know, they might have cities underground. So come on, man. If they got underground bunkers, why can't they have mountains and cities? You know, it's definitely not deniable. It's definitely possible that they have that. So I don't know though. Who knows? We just have to find it ourselves. You know, one day.
Did you know that in numerology, 14 is the number of neglect, and that the elites have been using it to make you forget about things that are important and to make you work harder and not work for yourself? To begin, let's read 14 as a sentence. We have 1, which is action, and 4, which is work. So anything under the energy of 14 is always in the act of work. And underneath is 5, which is the number of running away. So we have through action and work, we run away. This is why people born on the 14th or those with life path 14s have been neglected in their life. Either they have one parent, 2 parents that don't pay attention to them, or they have no parents at all. And usually this is because that parent has chosen to do some type of work that is more important than them. So let's look at where our first 14 is. And this is in the common phrase, work a 9 to 5. 9 plus 5 equals 14. This phrase was set up on purpose because by agreeing to working a 9 to 5, you are agreeing to neglecting the people around you due to the work that you are doing. This is why the last 100 years have been marked by a rampant work till you die culture.
Yeah.
Our next 14 is in the number of days in a year, 365, which adds up to 14. They want us working all year round. Wow. If you notice, 1 is a masculine number, meaning that this program is targeted at men. And because the 9 to 5 and the 365 are so targeted at the masculine, this is why we have a rampant disease of neglectful fathers. Now I'm going to blow your mind even further. N is the 14th letter, which is the start of neglect. And I'm going to go over a few more words that they have made us forget were important by attaching 14 to them. To start, we have numerology. If you've noticed, numerology seems to have sprung out of nowhere, even though it is more ancient than any of the other divination practices. This is because by attaching N to it, we have forgotten it. We have not been able to think about it. But look how it's rising back. I have good news for 14. 14 is on the rise because while 14 may be the number of neglect, 14 is the most independent number there is because of this. 14 gets it on its own. It's independent. It has 1 and it works. It works independently. So while these 14s may have been neglected in the past, they are moving up. And this goes for anyone who is born on the 14th or has a life path 14. You will notice that your path is similar to that. Next, we will look at nature. They have made us forget that nature was even important to begin with. We are in an industrial jungle. We don't think about nature at all. They've made us completely care about nature, especially with the 9 to 5 and the 365 that we work. Next, we have nutrition. Oh my God, how many unhealthy people do you see in English-speaking countries? We have completely forgotten what a diet was. We are all fat. We eat processed foods. People will sit around and eat Cheetos for an entire day. Nutrition has been completely forgotten and it's out the window. And for you guys following numerology, guess what name starts with the letter N that we seem to have forgotten about? 9. 9. Why'd we forget about 9? Maybe because they attached 14 to it. And now look at me. My expression is a 95/14/5. I kill 9. You don't know about 9? Go on my channel. I absolutely kill it. Only a 14 is not neglecting this stuff. Next, we have nurture. It seems like nurture has completely left this world. It's only just now coming back. And it seems like when we bring it back, it's confusing because they're so used to beating their kids. They're so used to being unemotionally intelligent. Like they don't understand that we could possibly be soft. And it's not even soft. It's literally just emotional intelligence. Nurture, completely forgotten out the window. But I want you to take notice that all these things seem to be rising back up. They're coming back up right now. 14 is on the rise. They're about to hit that independent stride. Next, we have neutrality. No one is neutral anymore. You have to be a Democrat. You got to be a Republican. You got to be for this country. You got to be for this country. I know you know what I'm talking about, but no neutrality ever. No one is able to sit in between an idea. They have to pick a side, or you're bad. You're evil if you don't pick that side. Oh, you suck if you don't pick that side. No neutrality. Forgotten. Now look what else is in. They want you to never notice. Notice. They got you forgetting how to notice stuff. That's why you're an NPC. They got people being NPC, non-playable character. Now let me drop some natural 14s on you. We got our hand. I got 2 right here. 3, 3, 3, 3. That's 14 on both of my hands. Same for my feet. 14 is also encoded in my entire body. I have a head, I have a torso, that's 2. I got 3 parts of my arms, that's 6. Then I got 3 parts of my legs, adding up to 14. 14 is not supposed to be neglect. It's supposed to be independent hard work. It's supposed to be working for yourself, but they flipped the script. Now, another thing they made you forget, names. You know how powerful your name is? Look at name numerology. No one talks about name numerology. It's all about the birthday. No one's talking about the name. Name is the most important part of numerology because when I talk to you, I communicate with my name. I don't communicate with my birthday. I don't say, hey, what's up, January 15th? I say, hey, what's up, Kyle? Hey, what's up, Samantha? Hey, what's up? Whatever. Like, that's what I'm communicating with. Names also have power. My name is Gabriel. That means God's defender. My middle name is Troy. That means foot soldier. My last name is Greer. That means watchful and vigilant. I am the watchful and vigilant foot soldier who defends God. You can't forget this stuff. Now, a little quick one. 5 is the number of addiction. What do we have high schoolers, middle schoolers addicted to right now? Nicotine. Oh, how did they do that? Now, don't be discouraged by all this information. 14 is on the up and up. Life Path 14s, Expression 14s, Soul's Urge 14s, all of the 14s are moving upwards. If you are a 14, be proud of your number. Be proud of what you've had to go through because you are on the up and up and you are part of the solution. Teach everyone to be independent because you are the best at it. Teach everyone how to work for themselves, how to go on adventures by themselves, how to be themselves. You have no issue with that. And if you made it this far, you must be really interested in numerology. I highly recommend.
Shout out to dude.
Look, I figured this out. I figured it out. All right, so in these times that we're living in, I'm thinking that the governments or the elites or whoever knew that the Christ consciousness was going to come back. Or Holy Spirit is what you call it.
Of course.
So they created this AI. They turned on the 5G towers. All that's connected to our cell phone. They're collecting our thoughts because they know that our thoughts, you know, from God's people, comes from Him. So at the same time, when we get our thoughts from God, they want to get it via cell phone, AI. That's why all this stuff happened like all at once. We're in the middle of a big chess match between God and like these evil people. As much, you know, the AI, the beast, is trying to imitate God as much as possible. Like, I'm pretty sure this is what's going on.
Yeah,
look, I figured this out. I figured it out.
Definitely. Technology is definitely reading our thoughts and stuff, man. That's why when you get to shopping and you think of something, it shows as an ad. Like, bruh, how you knew that? How did you know what I was thinking? Like, that's crazy. They're definitely listening to us for sure.
We really already know how to cure cancer. That's not even like a speculative statement. It's completely true, because if you know what cancer is, it's something that we get every single day, but our body fights it off. So the only reason it becomes fatal is because most people are not treating their bodies right. They're not eating anything that has nutrition. They're not using their bodies, exercising or anything. I think that food is probably the most important part of it, but the thing is that a lot of people don't know what's healthy and what's not. That's the big problem. We really already know how.
Ow!
I'll be the first to say it. Project X is the best party movie ever made, I'll argue. Yeah, you got Superbad. Superbad was dope. Amazing movie. You got House Party, original OG classic. But I feel like no party movie has left a bigger impact than Project X. If you don't know what Project X is, it's about these 3 high school seniors. They're outcasts in their school. They're trying to leave a legacy for themselves. They're trying to throw the biggest house party ever. You feel me? And they did. When I tell you this party was insane, it was dangerous, it was crazy, it was wild, fun, lit, like all of that shit. It was the best party ever recorded on film. And when I tell you everything that went wrong in this movie, I would have to write a book, because literally everything that went wrong. For example, these are the security guards. You feel me? Like, these 2 are the security guards for the house. They tied this dog to some balloons. One of the rules that they had before they thrown the party was 50 people max. 50 people max. Just look at this shit. Look at this poster. That's way more than 50 people. This shit was crazy. I don't know. I just feel like Project X now is like considered a classic. You feel me? And should be more respected. Because think about it. How many times have y'all seen a flyer that try to resemble or try to imitate Project X? You feel me? And honestly, I have never been to a party close to Project X. Like, yeah, I've been to parties that were lit, crazy, whatever the case may be, but nothing like this movie whatsoever. And I feel like if they decided to, remake Project X or do a second one and make it even crazier, that'd be fire. You feel me? But who remembers this movie? Did y'all fuck with this movie, or was it just me? I'll be the first to say it. Project X.
All the wickedness that was being done behind the scenes is finally being exposed and coming to light. Just a couple days ago, after a very long wait, a judge finally ordered the release of over 170 names involved in the Jeffrey Epstein case.
Involving dozens of underage girls when he committed suicide in a Manhattan jail in 2019. Prince Andrew and former Victoria's Secret CEO Les Wexner are among the 13 people who have tried unsuccessfully to remain anonymous. But others are asking too. There is Doe 107, who is begging the judge to remain secret, saying it would put her life at risk if her name was revealed.
The names are supposed to be released in early January of 2024. Leave a like, and then when they do release, I'll go through them all. But keep an eye on how a lot of these billionaires and celebrities will be moving in the next couple of days. If you see some of them moving a lot of money to a different country or building bunkers, they may be preparing to be exposed on the list. All the wicked...
Oprah. Oprah's definitely on that list, man. Did y'all see what she did, bro?
Never seen nothing like that.
Wow, that is a crazy view to see right there, bro. Wow, that looks amazing. That looks like something out of a movie. How is it even like giving off that effect, man? That's insane. Like, what is right there giving it off like that? It's crazy. Wow, that's amazing.
Oh, shit, it went off. How would it went off like that? That was not natural. Look.
That dead was not natural.
So y'all please excuse my face. I've pretty much been asleep about damn near all month.
Did you guys hear about this? Apparently, the United States found a pyramid in Antarctica and are trying to...
Bro, AI, Joe Rogan, I'm not messing with it.
That Gen Alpha, which are the kids raised with this new age technology, are performing 2 times lower than their grade level.
I teach 7th grade, they are still performing on the 4th grade level.
They can't read or write properly. Not only that, but the rate of teachers quitting has never been higher due to Gen Alpha's terrifying behavior, which is aggressive and defiant.
Having to teach and work with you guys as children has been the most traumatic experience of my life.
This is a direct result from unlimited technology access, poor values, emotional neglect, and lazy parenting. Because shoving an iPad to a kid's face to distract them from their emotional needs was the worst thing you can do for a human's development. Which, if you feel like you grew up with toxic parenting and need a heal the amigun. But now we're seeing this whole technology thing through. Now these kids have no creativity of their own, their attention spans have dropped to 1 second, and they have unrestricted internet access. Do you know what porn, gore, and inappropriate content can do to a kid's brain? It can impair them for life. This is how a lot of psychopaths and people with extremely dangerous behaviors are created. And thinking they won't have access to that is so delusional, especially when their attention span is so impaired they have nothing to turn to but technology. Or their behavior is so terrible, this along with emotional neglect and giving in to their every tantrum so they shut up is impairing these children. It's time to raise these kids in the present moment. Teach them to create on their own, to use their imagination again, and tend to their emotional needs like a real parent instead of distracting them from them. It's time to heal because iPad kids are out of control. Teachers all over the global report.
That is true, man. Technology is really dangerous, really. I don't think we understand how dangerous technology is getting, man. We really gotta be careful, man. Really do.
How is Christmas on Monday and today's Friday? Christmas Eve is on Sunday. Tomorrow's Saturday. 2024 is next Monday, but 2023 is right now. How is Christmas on Monday and today?
Yo, this month went by quick, super quick. It's already, damn, we're already in the new year.
I'm gonna give you this one tip to do just to make yourself
I feel
more
like
confident. Wake up in the morning, boom, right? I promise you, wake up in the morning, of course, meditate, stretch, do whatever you gotta do. Now look, when you wake up in the morning, I want you to dead ass just get up and do this. I'm that nigga! I'm that nigga! I'm that nigga getting hyped as fuck for no reason. Don't even have a reason for it. Don't just get hyped as fucking. I'm that nigga. Go outside. I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just hype yourself up. See, motherfuckers think they gotta do crazy shit to be confident. Bro, you might just can do the simplest shit and that will make you feel confident. You just waking up every morning and say, I'm that nigga. I'm that nigga. I'm like that. I'm like that. Go in the mirror and say, you like that. I'm like that. Hey, I'm like that. When you talk to yourself like that, bro, that shit right there is just like, that you can build the most confidence like that, period.
That is true, man. That's like being delusional or whatever. Sometimes you gotta be delusional, you know? You know, if you like that, you gotta sometimes do that. I feel that, man. Yeah. Started doing that, yeah.
The disgraced financier was facing additional federal charges of operating a sex trafficking ring involving dozens of underage girls when he committed suicide in a Manhattan jail in 2019.
He's still alive, hiding somewhere. He's too rich.
Are among the 13 people
out into himself. What? Come on, dude.
Others are asking too. There is Doe 107, who is begging the judge to remain secret, saying it would put her life at risk if her name was revealed. So what other names might we see on January 1st or 2nd? Earlier, I spoke with investigative reporter Vicky Ward, author of Vicky Ward Investigates on Substack, who's been covering the Epstein story closely for years. Vicky, there's a lot of speculation about whose names will be on this list. Do you think there'll be any big surprises?
So, I'm a little skeptical of the idea there'll be huge names that we don't already know, simply because Virginia Giuffre already made accusations against very prominent names.
Now I'm gonna tell it like this, y'all know just how I know. Once these names drop, there's gonna be a lot of strange things that happen. Like they said though, January 1st, January 2nd, whenever this list drop, we gonna see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this list finna drop in the comment. Like and follow for more wisdom. Stay tuned. Follow me on all.
Somebody said Oprah Winfrey is on there. I'm pretty sure she is. So this is the year that they just like forget it. We lost. Forget it. Just flip the board over. This is the year, huh? 2024 is definitely gonna be a wild year. They're already starting off with the Epstein list. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy year.
The most powerful people.
Okay, y'all, I gotta ask, how have you guys been feeling? Because there is something going around. As of right now, I'm feeling something. And this right here is causing a lot of people to be sick. So basically what they're saying, the flu, RSV, COVID-19, and the walking pneumonia has teamed up and created one super new pathogen in a sense.
You or someone you know is sick right now. Why are we all coughing? It sure seems like a really awful cold and flu season.
Does anybody else notice this weird sickness going around? It's like the cold on like steroids.
It's impacting everyone. Kelly Ripa just called out sick.
Yesterday you could tell she was losing her voice a little bit. Yeah. It's gone.
Why is everybody sick right now? Dr. Sonali Bose, a pulmonologist at Mount Sinai Hospital in New York, says we're still building our immunity after the COVID lockdowns.
What we think is going on is that patients then have not really had the opportunity to create immunity to these viruses in the way that we have been in the past. And so now with our reduced ability to combat that, a lot of patients are getting sicker.
The wave of illness here in the U.S. is particularly concerning because China is currently in the grips of a major outbreak.
Here we go again. There is a sickness raging there. Hospitals in China claim that they're overwhelmed.
It's like the bad old days of the pandemic. Masks are back, crews in hazmat suits disinfecting. It's COVID deja vu. But the World Health Organization says there's no need to panic. It's not a new pathogen like COVID-19. Instead, it's a combo of common viruses, flu, RSV, COVID, and walking pneumonia, made worse because they've been in lockdown for so long.
The World Health Organization is asking China for updated data on this.
Get out of here, man. Get out of here. They know what they trying to do. Yeah, we all get it.
The truth about the hospitals, car shops, the dentists, and so on and so on. Them places just want you to keep coming back to them. You ever went to a mechanic, right, and you just want to get your oil changed, or you want to apply a new paint on your car or some shit, and they come back and tell you, hey man, you got something wrong with your car, this, that, and the third. You don't know what they doing to your car once you drop that car off to them niggas. Them niggas could be fucking your shit up, so you can keep coming back to them and giving them money. Just like the dentist can keep fucking your teeth up. So I haven't been to the dentist in 3 years. Look at my shit. You feel me? I ain't been to them niggas in 3 years. Actually, no, it's been like 4, 5 years for real. But every time I kept coming to them, I had to keep going back because it was something wrong with my teeth. But I stopped going to them. Everything good. You can be your own dentist. You can do your own shit to your teeth. I'm not saying drill your teeth and all that extra shit. Nigga, you can like look it up. I don't know, nigga, look it up. You feel me? The same thing for your car. You can do a lot of shit on your own car, bro. You don't have to keep going to these shops. These people in the shop be fucking your car up. Hey, so you go there for an oil change, they be that bitch like, hey, you need to, there's something wrong with your car, it's this, that, and the third. Nigga, I want an oil change. Why are you telling me what's wrong with my car, bro? That's just an example. You could do your own oil change and shit.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I'm just gonna see.
Make this seaweed wrap with your boy, but this time I did it a little bit different. I got some nori wraps. I took about 5 of them, put them together.
No, I know y'all be saying, oh, can you stop skipping the clips? Some clips is just, I'm just gonna have to skip, alright? Cause YouTube be on that BS, and I don't got time for YouTube doing that, man.
I put one in the center for a little bit of stability, okay? Now, I did not use kale. I used sweet butter lettuce, okay? I put it on my nori wraps. I put avocado. I put Roma tomatoes. I put onions on there with it. All right. I took me some white mushroom, put them on there, bell pepper, yellow, red, orange, bell pepper, took a little bit of sun-dried tomato, put them on there, seasoned it real good, put me some alkaline homemade duck sauce on there, cut it down the middle, look at the inside of it.
Got you a lettuce,
look at them tomatoes,
sushi.
Take a bite with ya. Bow. Make this seaweed wrap with your bubble.
Raw lettuce sushi. There's a lot of lettuce on that, I can't cut. You look kind of good though, not gonna lie. I'm about to try that.
7 best.
I'm gonna go get some rub. How many of y'all be detoxing, man? Gotta be detoxing, man. If you gotta drink some lemon water, that helps too. Actually, drink lime. Yeah, drink lime, because the lemon is like acidic, they say. I would go with lime. Just no sugar. You don't need no sugar. Everybody always want to add sugars to their tea and stuff. Learn how to drink it raw, man. Right? Shit, you get you some lime juice. Just get you some limes. And then just put it in the water. Boom. And there you go. There go your little detox drink. Right? If you can't get nothing else, you should definitely be getting some lime. Some limes and some water. The lime in the water, boom, there go your detox drink.
He's a machine, Tom. Like, it's crazy. He's the first guy in there. Practices at 11. He's in there at 9.
Remember,
he's the last guy to leave. Bro, it's not like there's no secret to it. I've been able to get all these guys as mentors.
It's always with a joke.
Floyd Mayweather, Tom Brady, Kobe.
Sneeze me. Sneeze me. Sneeze me.
For 7 months.
Then I'm gonna sneeze you in the chat.
No matter what he did the night before, he's in there. He's in there. Taking care of his body. He's a machine, bro. Like, have y'all ever seen him in real life? No. Bro, when he sits right here, when he sits down, bro, he sits like his back is a machine, Tom. Like, it's crazy.
It's crazy that he even saying that he's a machine. Because he being, you know, they be acting like that, bro. They really be telling the truth.
I don't know about you guys, but I am so done with Christmas. I am done participating in Christmas gift giving because it's so stressful and it gives me so much anxiety. And I'm buying presents for people who don't even need it. And it's the same stress level every single year. I went to TJ Maxx today to finish my Christmas shopping. It's the day before Christmas Eve, and it was packed in the store. There was a line from literally the back of the store to the front of the store. And I'm just like, why am I doing this again? Why am I doing this again? And what I realized is that I'm not the only one stressed. All the people in their store are stressing over buying each other gifts. And I just was like picking up random gifts left and right because I'm just over it. I wasn't even putting thought into the gifts that I was giving. And you know what I realized is that this whole Christmas gift giving is meant to be a distraction. You know, that it's actually
100.
a distraction by the enemy, the world, to distract us from the gift that we've all been given freely. Our ability to basically be able to have a relationship with God is because the gift of the Son of Jesus Christ. And that's what we really should be focused on Christmas, giving to people who need it. So, and like being forgiving towards others and really focusing on being more of what God calls us to be instead of giving gifts and materialistic stuff and being stressed out. God wants us to have peace, not to be stressed over who we're giving gifts to. So I vowed that I am no longer participating in Christmas gift giving, okay? Not because I don't like giving gifts. I am a giver. But I don't like participating in all the stress that Christmas is, trying to get people gifts by a deadline. I will happily give to people who are in need on my own time. Okay, and I will be praying and giving thanks to God on Christmas for the holiday and spending time with my family, and that is enough. I am no longer participating in Christmas gift giving. This will be my last year, and if you're stressed by it too, you can do the same. I will be sending a text next year like, please do not buy me any Christmas gifts. I am not in any need. The Lord is my provider, and I have everything that I need. Thank you very much. If you would like to give, please give to those who are in need. And I will not be giving anyone any gifts. So just wanted to let you know in advance, it has nothing to do with how I feel about you and everything to do with how I feel about my peace. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so done with Christmas.
Yeah, she's making it like, I don't know, she's just like being so respectful without being disrespectful. I don't know, bro. That is funny though. I'm sorry,
So
man.
I'm
That's
gonna
funny.
teach you something about Alien. Some people ask, how come people can't get good videos of aliens or good photos even with these new cameras we got, right? Some of these beings vibrate at a high vibrational rate. So your cells are moving like this, right? Like this. Some of their cells be like that, right? So when the camera is trying to catch some of these beings that you see on camera, the pixel rate and the frame rate of the camera cannot catch these beings. Even if they were right in front of you, you wouldn't be able to get a clear photo because they're vibrating too fast. So one of the things reptilians do, if you didn't know, is they mess with the cerebral cortex. So think of that movie They Live, right? When he put on the glasses, he could see their real body. That's what your body is naturally doing right now as more energy is coming into the earth. You're starting to see like their skin masks look off. You're starting to see all this crazy stuff like, oh, nah, You know how they said aliens are real, right? They've been in the office. Most governments got either reptilians or some kind of grays or mantids in skin suits, and their vibration is running way higher than yours. So that's why you starting to see their costumes fall apart right now. They won't be able to hide. That's why they starting to make commercials with reptilians, like that Mountain Dew commercial that came out. Got a reptilian. There's another one that was walking down the street with a reptilian. They want you to get used to seeing them. Right. Even though they finna look like the bottom of the screen. That's gonna look a little crazy, right? You know, in Tartaria, they used to have wireless telephone lines. So why do we need these? I just want y'all to read this. This is facts. This is all facts. Brought here, I don't know, 50 to 100,000 years ago. We've had a couple of moons, to be real with y'all. If you look at the pattern of the moon and reflect it to Earth, it's a map. Literally, it's a map. I posted a couple videos on the Secret History playlist, which this video will probably be in. Some of these beings are on the planet. They're called tall grays. They look different shapes, but they usually have this type of shape. These are the ones that be testing people's genetic materials and stuff. You know, these are the beings that signed the Greada Treaty. These types of beings. The short grays are the ones that go out and scout. They were created by some Anunnakis, and then reptilians had got some and created some. Excuse me. And then some broke off and created their own race. They're similar to like the Borg from Star Trek. These are blue avians. Some people may have seen these types of beings.
They control time.
They really chill. They're 6 density energy beings. So these beings are pretty chill and mellow. Same thing with these beings on Andromedans. They usually don't mess with too many folks. They're highly advanced. They usually chill, minding their business. Insectoids, part of the reasons why you got parasites, mosquitoes, cockroaches, and stuff like that. Sicars, this is what they mean by dinosaurs. Like, they are highly intelligent. It's not like the dinosaurs you learned growing up. And some people say the dinosaurs used to be called dragons, aka the reptilians in the corner. They've been here a long time too, right? You remember Hindu? You remember Krishna? That was an actual extraterrestrial race. So if you look at hieroglyphs on the wall and you see those blue people, they were actually blue. Arcturians, some people say they're bad for Anunnakis or bad for certain groups. Like I say, just use your energy resonance in your body. This is how you'll determine if a being is for you or not. Some people radiate with one of these beings, right? That's why I say you gotta use your...
Okay, hold on. What being controlled the time that put the time spell on us? What being did that? Anybody know? Cause I forgot. I ain't gonna lie. I think it was the Arcturians, right? These people. Somebody did it. That's all I know. Somebody put the time spell on us. Right?
Use your own energy as a radar to determine if a being is for you or not, regardless of what race they're from. You know, because everybody got their own version of a story. This guy is bad because da-da-da-da-da. So use your own internal energy resonance. Anunnakis are some of the oldest races in the universe. They say they come from the 11th density or higher, right? And they create a lot of stuff. You know, they go to certain planets, and if there's a hominid there, they'll modify their DNA. And then some of them are peaceful, like they say they created Nordics and Pleiadians and some stuff. That's just a story. I'm just letting you know. That's, you know, but there's beings out there that's for you and not for you. Just use your own internal energy resonance to see. So now I'm gonna show you this. The original hominids to Earth before Anunnaki came, Pleiadians or the reptilians, were beings like this. They're called the Isbis, or the omnipresents, or the omniscient. These were some of the original beings. This is how some of y'all look at an energetic level, right? The Anunnakis added their DNA and some of their genetic code to us, and we became who we are today. So they basically created part of the golden race. To be honest with you, the golden race was talked about in a bunch of alien history and legends throughout all kinds of alien civilizations, that When the race of the golden beings are born, they'll change the balance of the universe. That's what we're doing right now. So some of the beings are kind of scared of us because they see that we have potential to grow stronger than them. But it don't make sense. You know, if we chill, you know, we ain't trying to do none of that extra like other people, like other beings do. When we become the golden race, we worried about building our collective up. And you remember how I told you that the earth is a cell in a giant galactic body? This is what I mean. So if this is the galactic body, we would be like a little hair. So this is what I mean by you are the universe, right? And on your body, you have a civilization in your body. As you graduate in energy, you'll start to be able to make civilizations, galaxies, nebulas inside of yourself. Now, I know that sounds crazy right now, but think about this. You're part of dark matter, the creation particle. So as you learn to level your consciousness density, you'll have more access to tap into the universe to create from nothingness. That's the only thing different between you and gods right now, is that your power is just asleep and it's about to turn on. Some people are already, their powers are turning back on. They look like Mr. Manhattan off of Watchmen, right? You remember how I told y'all that? That's what some of y'all are becoming, like Mr. Manhattan from Watchmen. That's what the solar flash is going to do. It's going to rearrange your cells to awaken cells that have been asleep for thousands of years, number one. Number two, you'll start to be able to tap into dark matter, some of y'all. So y'all be able to create from nothing, like for real, bro. That's how powerful we are, bro. Like people think I be baloney. That's how powerful you are. Some of these beings use you as an energy battery because you're a walking nuke, literally.
Right.
But a lot of this stuff that you know is going to change the essence of everything. Quantum physics, rocket science, religion, everything gonna change, right? Same thing with your laws and rules. How you gonna tell a being like this, well, that's against the law, and they can teleport, or they can run fast or jump high? Those laws they created all these centuries ain't gonna work no more when beings can do Superman like stuff. It ain't gonna matter. So this is why I tell you, you are a universe. You're powerful, bro. You're more powerful. We only tap into 5% of our essence, to be real. They say 10% in brain and 5% physical. We ain't even hit the surface yet. It's gonna look like a Sumerian Atlantean movie very soon. Just get ready. But you are the universe. And this is what I mean by is-bees. These were the original energy beings that were just chilling, vibing with everything. Some of these beings are around the cosmos right now, chilling. But anyway, you'll start tapping into this light that's inside your body, and you'll start recollecting stuff when that solar flash hit, which will be next year.
I can't believe that we're just finding this out.
Is a staple in her house during cold and flu season. What effects have you seen?
Well, I work in a hospital and I haven't been sick in 5 years.
Elderberry.
Jesus exposed the secret ingredient to never get sick again, and that is by taking elderberry syrup, especially if you pair it with something like oil of oregano, which is proven to be 10 times stronger than any cough syrup that your children have ever taken. This is because it eliminates congestion by drawing mucus out of the body. But if these two things are so powerful, why have our doctors never recommended it to us? The sad truth is that the owners of Big Pharma prioritize profits over the health of their citizens. This is why we must only invest in natural and organic remedies. Luckily for you, I've linked the oil of oregano and a bunch more in my bio. So check my bio for more information. I can't believe that.
Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's best.
What if I told you?
Drinking our blood. Drinking our blood. When I found out.
What if I told you in the year 2024 it's going to be against the law to speak the truth? Would you believe me? One of the hardest jobs on this planet is speaking truth and waking up people that is actually asleep. Star seeds, we have the hardest jobs. Don't forget that they even took out the real Jesus for speaking truth. There's nothing new under the sun. I've been doing these videos or speaking truth since 2010, where it wasn't even cool to be woke. Before I even had my little gray patch, I was speaking the truth. It's not a cool thing to do, but it has to be done. Don't forget that there's nothing new under the sun. These people are actually rewinding time We are actually going back into ancient days when the witches, the warlocks, they was being hunted down. You couldn't speak the truth back in ancient days. There was no difference. There's nothing new under the sun. Remember, they was doing the same thing thousands of years ago. If you was a witch or a warlock, they was going to hunt you down. It's the same thing right now when we are speaking truth. Back in ancient days, people was using sage to get rid of negative energy. Now we are using sage to get rid of negative energy. We was using crystals to get a stronger frequency or a higher vibration or a form of protection back in ancient days. Now we are doing the same thing right now. We are living in the days of our ancestors. Everything our ancestors did, we are now doing. They knew the truth, now we are getting the truth. The same people they was going to war with, we are now going to war with. It's all about raising your vibrations. Our problem is we go public and try to teach the world when we are not supposed to teach the world. We are supposed to teach the ones that's vibrating like us. It's really chosen people on this planet. And if you chosen, you don't even have to say you chosen. Your vibration and your aura field will speak for itself. We are the children of the sun. The truth actually lives within us. So if we could get people, more people, living the right way or speaking truth within themselves, then we don't have to do a public battle no more. We can take everything back within. I want people to understand where they got this from. This is the court system or how they judge certain people. If your good deeds outweigh your bad deeds, then you are now free when it comes to the law system. But they got the same system from us. When your heart has to be lighter than a feather, the court system is the same system they were using back in Egypt. We are the highest beings on this planet, but we got to start acting like it. Our ancestors knew this, and somehow we forgot it. Certain truth, certain knowledge, and certain wisdom is supposed to stay in the tribe or in the family. It was not meant for the public. By the way, go to the link in my bio so we
drinking our blood. When I found out that every motherfucking missing person, I thought they just go, motherfuckers really go missing. But when I found out that nobody ever went missing and every single missing person ever was really them kidnapping them, killing them, and eating them. When I found out that, well, remembered rather, because we already know this. When I remembered that, do you know that we, like I said, none of your, nobody that died that you ever buried, they not in that, they not in the ground. They're not in the ground at all. You can go dig that shit up yourself. I got $1,000 for you. You dig it up right now. I guarantee you it ain't no bones in that bitch. I guarantee you ain't gonna see no bones in that bitch. It should at least be some bones in there still, right? If their body was down there, right? What you gonna say? All the bones got ate by the worms, nigga? Nigga, it ain't gonna be a box in there, nigga. It ain't gonna be a box in there, nigga. I bet you ain't even a casket in there. A box. None of that. See, when I found that out, drinking our blood. When I found out that every motherfucking missing person.
Is that a critter?
I'm here at Meteor Crater, Arizona, where one of the largest craters in the world is visible for you to come visit. What's awesome about it is that it's about 3/4 of a mile wide, and the meteor that impacted the site almost 50,000 years ago was 150 feet long. So be sure, if you're coming to Flagstaff, Arizona, just travel 45 minutes east and you can see Meteor Crater for yourself. I'm here at Meteor Crater, Arizona, where one of the largest craters in the world.
What happened? How did he even got this, like, look to it? Somebody called this Dusty off of Fortnite. Nah, that actually do look like Dusty off of Fortnite. That is funny.
This is one of the wildest places on Earth that nobody talks enough about. 50,000 years ago, a monster space rock smashed into our planet, creating this massive hole. But this ain't your regular hole in the ground. Oh no. Located high above the Arizona desert, the Barringer Crater is one of the best preserved impact craters on Earth. You were looking at the aftermath of a 600 million pound space rock hitting us at 26,000 miles per hour. This random space rock just cocked it back and threw down a hard two for absolutely no reason. It's named after Daniel Barringer, a Philly mining pro who was like, yo, this is definitely definitely not a volcanic crater. This is for sure from a meteorite. Long story short, he was right, but why should you care? Well, you can visit this place whenever you want. Word on the street is that they got a sick gift shop, and you can even take a tour around the rim. This place is the perfect opportunity to witness the wild history of our planet and the cosmic forces that shaped it. So next time you're plotting a vacation, make sure to...
Oh, okay. They be saying it's all this and all that, some stuff from space, man. I'll be thinking it's something else. What do y'all think? Y'all be thinking it's aliens or whatever? Let me know. But I feel like it's something else bigger than what they be saying. But okay.
Here we go. Whoa, that's fast. Let's first take a
A meteorite crashed here 50,000 years ago. It created this giant crater in Arizona. It's pretty cool, I guess. But damn, look at this skate spot on the roof. A meteorite crashed here.
Things scientists can't explain. An otherworldly crater in Siberia. This is known as the Patamisky or Padam crater. This is a strange formation of shattered limestone blocks that still confuse many on its formation. It was first reported by a Russian geologist in 1949. Estimates say it was created 300 to 500 years ago. Nearby trees have been cited as experiencing rapid growth, and the theory is it's radiation. Ideas range from nuclear explosion, meteorites, and even a spaceship. But the most likely theory is a steam explosion from magma or due to faulting and decompression of heated rocks. Like and follow for more videos like these.
The crater that changed everything.
Fallen angels and asteroids. What do they have in common? Well, let's look. This, if you're anything like I used to be, thought for many, many, many years this was a sign of an old asteroid. But if you think that still, let me just ask you this. If it was an asteroid that came in at an angle, unless it was coming straight down, it wouldn't look like this. It would leave some sort of tail or something different. This is not an asteroid. And if you haven't come across flat Earth yet, I highly recommend you research flat Earth. But you can see a lot of these have been found over the course of thousands of years. And I found the number of them that have been found to be very peculiar. So here's just another example. Does anyone know around how many of these huge craters have been found? Around 200, at least 190 I've researched, and there have been 195 found. And you know what that made me think of? It made me think of how many angels came down to earth with Lucifer. Anyone know that number? It was roughly around 200. Kind of coincidental there, right? Maybe we're in Satan's short season, and maybe those fallen angels that were kept in prison underground have already been released. This
about the asteroid Apophis. Its name draws some attention because the cosmic mass was named after the Egyptian god of chaos, ironically also known as the Great Serpent, who, since he was also the enemy of the sun god Ra or light, existed in darkness.
Could we be living in the short season of Satan and tribulation's already happened and the angels have already come up? I think so. Fallen angels and asteroids. What do they have in common?
I don't know how I feel about that.
We must talk about this ASAP. There's been a massive amount of conspiracy talk about the Grand Canyon being the actual path to Africa. And what's crazy is I just took a trip to Las Vegas. Y'all see, I haven't even been on the app. When we flew over the Grand Canyon, I had that same exact thought. Then I got on TikTok and I seen this.
These might be the
It might be. It just might be. Kind of look like Africa.
Zoom in on the map. You see the United States, right? And then you see Africa right next to it. North America, Africa. This goes right along with me and my brother's conspiracy theory that all the Area 51s across the globe were connected in Pangea, and when we separated, those portals allow everything to connect between us and the earth and dimensional travel. Like the Grand Canyon, pyramids in Egypt, Stonehenge, I mean all these places with these unique locations and meanings. It's looking like the Grand Canyon just may be part of that. Conspiracy starts to get really interesting. So the Grand Canyon has 6 no-fly zones. And also you have parts of the canyon which you can't explore without executive supervision. I think this may be because they're hiding ancient history. 1909, G.E. Kincaid went on a grand exploration through the Colorado River, where he came across and discovered caves such as the one behind me. They're not natural caves, they were hard-carved caves. Carr said that this cave alone contained mummies, hieroglyphic writings all throughout the caves, war weapons, and copper instruments that were sharp as steel. Craziest thing about it is that he said these caves could hold up to 50,000 people. So you can only imagine how advanced this cave actually was, especially for the time period he discovered it in 1909. But hey, it just might be a coincidence or just a conspiracy or something. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments about the Grand Canyon.
No, ain't no conspiracy. Definitely something they're hiding. Cause if they got no fly zone, you don't need that if you're not trying to hide anything, right? Come on, man, get out of here. How you gonna add a no-fly zone and this planet is free to everyone? Get out of here, man. You're hiding something.
It's not real. Like some people go to the edge and slip because they can't. The perception
That's a
of it.
stupid person. Though.
That's a dumb guy.
Because even if they think, oh, that's a painting, they know it's not.
But it's not that. There is something that happens to your brain that when you see it, you kind of just can't believe it. You cannot fathom
How
something
did it
so
form?
large.
Was that an asteroid hit?
Huh?
The Grand Canyon? How did it form?
When the first time that Trump ran, he did it. I think he made
got
it. Biggest hole, I'll make the biggest hole. Nobody's hole is bigger.
If you didn't know, the Grand Canyon was actually used to mine gold.
I did know that.
What's interesting is that the Grand Canyon had so much gold, it could have crashed the entire gold market. And did you know that 90% of the caves in the Grand Canyon are unexplored by the public and are protected by the US military? Now, when I tell you why, it's gonna get a little interesting. This guy, he was exploring this one cave. He found ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, other types of artifacts, mummies.
What?
Now they discredit this guy, and then some other credible guy came in and found the same thing. Below the surface, people believe this is where the lost city of gold was actually at. Every president has tried to mine gold at the canyon, but was denied. I believe that the US military found something down there. Could be the lost city of gold, could not be, but they found something. To keep watch of it means that there's something valuable there. It will make sense that if the Grand Canyon had so much gold, it would not be as valuable, that something like that could be there. If you didn't know, the Grand Canyon was actually used.
Yeah, they protecting it too strong. It's definitely something they're hiding for sure.
Wake the fuck up.
Map, bro. Wake up. Yo, peep Old Testament map of ancient America. Hold up. Alright, so peep, right? I had zoomed in.
Wake up. Wake up.
So what if this what it really was, bro? And if anything, right? This would really make sense. You wanna know why? Because what's in this area? Washington, D.C. Oh.
The Grand Canyon, one of the world's wonders. There's a theory that the Grand Canyon holds something that none of us knew was there. So back in the 1850s, right? The Grand Canyon was used to mine gold. Did you know that? Now, the Grand Canyon, when people started mining it, the gold index crashed because they found so much gold there. Now, what happened was the government and the military, they closed it off and they made it a sanctuary so that nobody can just go there and then take whatever they want. But there was this one guy, his name was Seth Tanner, and he was an explorer. He explored this one cave in the Grand Canyon, and he claims what he saw was ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics in one of the caves.
Oh, what did it say?
Now, the theory is that the Grand Canyon, it actually holds the lost city of El Dorado.
What?
Like, you know, the lost gold city of El Dorado.
Yeah, the whole city.
The whole city. So if you think about it, it's never found. That ancient tale that all of the natives talk about, the lost city, the gold city, never found. Now, the theory is that it's literally in the Grand Canyon. Deep in these caves. And the reason the government and the world is trying to keep it a secret is because it would crash the gold price. Like, gold would be useless if they find that much gold. Just think about it, supply and demand, right? Yeah. If they find a huge abundance of gold, nobody's gonna care about it. The Grand Canyon, one of the world's wonders. There's a theory.
Just let it slip a little bit. Why is 90% of the Grand Canyon off limits? Well, they'll tell you it's for ecological reasons. Wrong. Because the U.S. military is literally on the rim drilled into certain caverns that they identify through all their technical abilities and extracted giant mummies. There's a legend that Mark Antony and Cleopatra, when they knew they were in big trouble with Rome, they sent their son, Alexander Helios, to the west with 50,000 of their most trusted servants, scientists, etc. And for the record, they absolutely knew how to circumnavigate the globe. The idea of isolationism was pretty much the foundation of the Smithsonian by John Wesley Powell. So in other words, it was important for the idea that nobody traveled any place to keep the false narrative going, because there's even evidence of the Chinese in the Grand Canyon and some of the caves, statues of Buddha, for instance.
Now Forbidden History Revealed by Steve Quayle really talks about this man, John Wesley Powell, his comings, his goings. He operated on a premise. And his premise was that there is a certain historical narrative that we want to preserve for the Americas, and any other historical narrative we're going to hide away as quickly as we possibly can. Now, to say that is one thing. To see this is another thing.
Okay, so we discover, like, I don't know, like, look at her. Like, it's electrifying. Look, my mom's.
Wow.
and then can you hear it? Do it again. Farther. It's okay.
There's definitely, bruh, some good energy over there, for sure. That's interesting.
If you think the Grand Canyon was formed over millions of years, this may make you think again. Let me introduce you to Burlingame Canyon near Walla Walla, Washington. This ditch was naturally 10 feet deep and about 6 feet wide and often had no water in it. But in March of 1926, after windstorms blocked the canals in the Gardenia farming district, water had to be diverted into this ditch while the canal was under construction. What happened was the Burlingame Canyon was created in 6 days. As of today, the canyon is 1,500 feet long and 120 feet deep. This canyon proves that you don't need millions and millions of years for erosion to take place. All you need is mass amounts of water or some type of natural catastrophe to take place, such as what is told to us through the Great Flood of Noah, as well as every other culture around the world with legends of a great flood. If you think the Grand Canyon was formed over millions of years, this may make you think again. Let me introduce you to Burlingame.
So I heard there's a rumor going around on TikTok that Egypt is in America. And I said, ain't no damn way. They gotta be batshit crazy to think Egypt is in America. Cause the last time I was in Egypt, my flight ticket said Africa. This ain't no damn Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon don't got shit on Egypt. You're not gonna find this in the Grand Canyon. Some of y'all done lost y'all African mind thinking that Egypt is in America. Cause look at this right here. This is in Africa, family. And the Grand Canyon ain't got shit on this. So I heard there's a rumor going around on TikTok.
Who knows? You just have to wait and see, really.
There was a theory circulated not too long ago that said that there was a path in the Grand Canyon that
it's
was
just like the Grand Canyon. Like when you look at it, it resembles Africa a little bit, you know? You can't tell me it doesn't resemble it a little bit, so who knows, man? That's probably why we, you know, compare it to that.
The way to Africa. But now people are starting to add to this theory and take it even further. The added theory claims that the Americas, which is North and South America, is connected to or is ancient Egypt. But this was covered up to throw people off of biblical prophecy and historical events. While this theory sounds wild, I find it very interesting that in 1909, an article released called Explorations in the Grand Canyon that talks about finding Egyptian artifacts within it. There was also certain substances and materials from North and South America found in ancient Egyptian tombs next to mummies. The theory goes on to say that the Mississippi River is actually the ancient Egyptian Nile River, and that they put all of this in plain sight by building modern day pyramids in places like Memphis and Vegas, and also by putting pyramids on the back of the dollar bill. Now this theory could definitely be a stretch, but leave a like if you want me to talk a little more about this and let me know what you think in the comments. There was a theory circulated not too long ago that said that there was
Sure, the Grand Canyon is famous and 5 million people go there every year, but it's also the deadliest national park in the US. And ever since it opened on February 26, 1919, it's claimed about 900 lives. And the most recent one was a 36-year-old woman who tried to hike in the heat. But you might be surprised to know that airplane and helicopter crashes are actually the #1 cause of death here. After that, we have accidental and non-accidental falling, and from there we have exposure and environmental factors. But a big one is dehydration. As you saw, this 36-year-old woman from Indiana tried to hike to the Colorado River, and she tried to do this in just one day. Now, she was actually on a pretty popular part of the trail, which is called the Bright Angel Trail. Now, I love hiking. I go hiking all the time, and I try to talk about it as much as possible. But what a lot of people fail to realize is how hot it can really get outside. And even in the shade, here it can become 120 degrees in the summer. Unfortunately, she was then found without a pulse. But trust me, if you are going hiking or going to the Grand Canyon even, always do your research and look at the weather. So many things can happen. There can be heat stroke, just dehydration, or what a lot of people actually don't think about is drinking too much water without that salt component, as well as not getting enough electrolytes in. You could also get heat exhaustion and so much more. That's why if you are going to take on a more serious hike, there's so many tips and things that you need to know to be prepared. And of course, I'm going to keep talking about them because this is super important. Now, if you've been here or even looking at pictures of it, you probably know that the rim is pretty scary. Imagine going to the side and looking down. Now, lucky for you, or maybe unlucky, your chances of falling are 1 in 1.8 million. So maybe back away from there. And only about 12 people lose their lives here every year. If you've heard of Denali National Park, you know it's pretty up there as well. But with any national park, you have to take precautions. It's great to explore and go outside, but know what you're doing. Or at least have the resources and the knowledge to have fun, but also be safe. Sure, the Grand Canyon is famous and 5 million people go there.
Right.
So you're telling me this is the portal to
really
Africa?
Be careful. Really careful.
So you're telling me this is the portal?
Wait.
What?
Give me a second. The Grand Canyon is a portal.
Shit, the Grand Canyon, bro. That shit.
There's a whole civilization living
around the helicopter.
The Grand Canyon is...
Never go over the fence at the Grand Canyon. Yeah guys, never do what these people are doing. So for context, I came across this video on Twitter, and if you couldn't tell from the video, these people are at the Grand Canyon. And as you can see in the video, there's a fence right here that you're obviously not supposed to go past. And that's just for everybody's safety. But as you see in the video, these people jump the fence and there's about 6 people sitting on this giant rock. And I know you can't tell from the video, but this is an insanely big cliff right here. And as you can tell, this rock right here is not even connected, and you never know when this thing's gonna shift, especially with 6 people jumping over to it. If you guys don't know what the Grand Canyon is, it's one of the most beautiful sites in the United States, and thousands of people go there every single day to look at it. And unfortunately, 12 people on average become unalived there every single year. And it's typically people like in that video who are not listening to the rules. I mean, just look at these cliffs, guys. This is not a place that you want to mess around at. If one of these people would have made one wrong move, they easily could have slipped off of this rock, and there wouldn't be any chance of survival. Never go over the fence at the Grand Canyon.
So y'all mean to tell me Africa is 1,052 miles?
So I need, this is not the first time I've seen a video dealing with this. I need somebody to explain. This does not make sense to me. I looked at a map. I don't know what I'm missing. It does not make sense to me at all. I'm literally sitting and I'm like, this is crazy. So I see more and more of these come up on here, and it's driving me crazy, talking about, yeah, the path to Africa through the Grand Canyon is a road down the middle of Grand Canyon that leads straight to Africa. And there's things found in the Grand Canyon that deal with African culture. Explain. I'm serious. Explain. I would love to know.
America as ancient Egypt. You've probably all seen the Black Hebrew Israelites talking about this, or Moors or whatnot. All you need to do, honestly, to verify this via your own eyes, go to Utah. Go to the Four Corner states. Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Utah, but particularly Grand Canyon and all the national parks, especially in southern Utah. Zion, Bryce Canyon, Arches, Canyonlands. Now look at the names. Just see with your own eyes. There's no way for me to even put it in words. Obviously in the Grand Canyon, this is called Cheops Temple, like the Great Pyramid of Cheops or whatever in Egypt. And obviously you can see, just like in Egypt, there's a large pyramid, remnants of it, and in the front, large remnants of some paws. Obviously over here you see the Jordan River in Utah. The Jordan River runs north-south. The only other rivers that run north-south in the world, I believe, are the Nile River and the St. John's River in northeast Florida. The Jordan River, you see, the Great Salt Lake to the north is that alkaline body of water, right, that it flows into. Now in Israel, it's kind of a mirror image. The Jordan River, or River Jordan, obviously is north-south flowing, yet instead of the Great Salt Lake to the north, to the south, we have the Dead Sea, which is also alkaline body of water. I'm not going to go into all the similarities or whatnot. A lot of people claim, oh, the Mormons named everything in Utah after, biblical yada yada in Israel. And you have to wonder, history definitely is all a lie. So who's to say that the Mormons or these settlers were not the original settlers? Who knows? I mean, some of the events of the Bible could have taken place 200 years ago, for all we know. They say 6,000 years old is young Earth creationism. That's preposterous. The Earth is billions of years old. Well, sure, but civilization, and there's resets. So maybe the events of the Bible happened 200 years ago. We don't know. 500 years ago. We don't know. They tell you that they had to move these temples because there were flooding issues or whatnot. Here's more pictures of that. Now, if this were a real historical relic, wouldn't they be scared that disassembling these monoliths could destroy them? No. It's because they made them. These are not thousands of years old. These are not thousands of years old. They're maybe hundreds of years old. As you can see in the Chicago World's Fair of 1933, 1934, they were already inculcating the globe model of things in the public. How can you tell what's true, what's false? Even if you have discerning eyes that can tell that real eyes realize real lies, you can still be hoodwinked. Personally, though, to end this out, I really like this piece of memorabilia from the Chicago World's Fair from 1833, 1933, whatever. Century of Progress, and then there's a classical sort of maybe Art Deco configuration of a woman, or androgynous sort of man, woman, whatever, with a finger beckoning, and then the diadem says, I will. It's something that's been lost in our present day society, the will, the power of the willpower. Willpower is what we call it, because the will is an engine, the will is a generator, your willpower. So a lot of people nowadays who give into self-deletion and stuff like that, it's not that they're depressed, it's that they're will-less. Right. And I can go deeper into that, but, well, I wrote a whole book on the subject. It's called The Forbidden Laws of Success, Volume 3. Work sets you free. Those who read it are rewarded with knowledge, or 500 pages of knowledge. Those who waffle, well, like fraidy cats, they get nothing. America as a...
Google Maps found the swamp monster. Just let him cook.
Just let him cook.
I couldn't believe my fucking eyes. Shit was fucking absurd. Outrageous, even. Yeah, just keep zooming in. Zooming in. Just look at this finding.
What monster? Let's see. Whoa.
What the fuck is this? On Google Maps.
Whoa.
What the fuck is this? Yeah, let this sink in. Let this sink in on the fucking brain. I see this shit. Now go on Google Maps and see for yourself.
Now what is that, man?
What the fuck is this? Let me know what y'all think about them finding a goddamn swamp lizard.
He definitely did, though.
On Google Maps. In the comments.
Another mystery is that the map clearly provides details of the areas not yet discovered in 1587.
It's crazy how much stuff we should know that we don't know. Sad.
But it all seems very strange
So
and
sad.
contradictory. On the one hand, it turns out that Mondi was a brilliant geographer, and on the other, he did not know the rotation of the Earth around the Sun that they tell us officially, since a smaller sun is seen on the map, with its trajectory drawn around the Earth. It is also observed that the compass points to the North Pole on the plane of the Earth, as it has a lot of accurate and interesting data. This map definitely has secrets and provides for much more analysis and study. Unfortunately, in order not to delve deeper into the map analysis, some say that Urbano Mondi was a kind of fantasy cartographer. But how do you explain that, at that time, in the 16th century, someone ordinary like Urbano Mondi could map all of America, less than 95 years after Columbus discovered it, and have the entire world atlas drawn correctly and fairly detailed ready? Making a map of the world with such characteristics and that precision is very difficult. Another mystery is that the map clearly
Can anyone tell me what Google Earth is trying to cover up?
This is Australia. Now, I know it's not the scale. I know it's bigger than it should be, but come to find out, after doing more research on this Urbano Monti map of 1587, a lot of this outer stuff, that's not the ice ring, okay? That's not the ice ring. This here is a projection of Chile. There's things out here that talk about Chile up here. Same thing with other countries. And this is Australia. Found the word austral on here, which means south in Latin. But this was in 1587. Australia wasn't founded by the West, the Dutch, until 1606. So that tells me that the Spaniards were there much, much earlier, at least 20 years earlier. But I want you to notice the shape, okay? See that shape? Now let's look at the Gleason's map. Very similar shape, but it's more to size. This one is more accurate. So the similar shape, though, if you look, You know, it's very, very similar. All right. Now, this is what they show us on the globe model. All right. Now, that's completely different. Completely different. Now I want to show you, because it took me 15 minutes of looking up online to try to find pictures of Australia from space. Shouldn't be that fucking hard.
Right.
And this is what you see from space.
That be known.
Look how distorted that is. That's from the fisheye lens, okay? Obviously. But see how distorted it is? If you took that fisheye lens off, that shape right there would be a lot more like the Urbano-Monti map and a lot more like the Gleason's map. They're fucking lying to you. This is Australia. Now, I know it's not the scale. I know it's bigger than it should.
Bro, when white people give you the truth, bro, you might as well go ahead and believe it, man. I'm sorry. But, nah. I'm just saying. Okay.
Made throughout her career. No. For the show Shake It Up, she made $140,000 for her entire time being on the show, which was 3 years total. For Casey Undercover, she made $400,000 per season, and she did 3 seasons, so she made $1.2 million there. And then for Spider-Man Homecoming, her first appearance as MJ, she made $300,000. And then for Far From Home, she got paid another $300,000. And then for Spider-Man No Way Home, she got paid $2 million. And then for Dune Part 1, she made $300,000, and she was only in the movie though for 7 minutes. And for Euphoria, she made $50,000 per episode. Now for season 3, she will most likely get paid $1 million per episode. And for the new movie she's in, The Challenger, she was paid $10 million. So she's made roughly over $24 million for her entire acting career. I'm not talking about music or anything else, just her acting.
Okay, it's pretty amazing how much money she's made.
Do you know how much money Zendaya has made throughout her career? No. For the show Shake It Up.
It's a lot of money.
Wait a minute. Did Jason Lee just threaten to expose Beyonce's dirty secrets?
I'm gonna skip that. I'm not interested in seeing that.
Are about to get a taste.
If you are, go watch it on your own time, man.
Ready for the revolution. It's coming. It's time to eat the rich. And I don't know if you heard, but billionaires are splurging on bunkers. People like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Tech billionaires like Mark Zuckerberg. And they're buying up bunkers to hide because soon society is about to collapse. And they created all of this mess going on with the economy. And it's so ridiculous. They think they can buy their way out of everything, even consequences. Take, for example, Mark. He's dropped a whopping $270 million on a secret Hawaiian hideout, complete with a massive underground bunker. And he's not the only one. There are about 700 billionaires in the USA. And the US population is about 330 million people. So good luck hiding from the angry mass of people that's about to explode. Who knows, maybe you can escape this life, but you will not be able to escape the next. The rich are about to get a taste.
She got a point on that one. Maybe she's able to escape this one, but probably not the next one. Karma will be back.
See, this is why I think they're going to shut down the grid, dude. Because what's going to happen is
If y'all don't know about the...
See, this is why I think they're going to shut down the grid, dude. Because what's going to happen is the unity voice is going to get so loud, and then they're just going to shut the whole thing down. Because it's like flipping the game table over, right? Like, you know you're going to lose. You're about to lose. You're like, F it. And you flip the game over, and that's what they're going to do, bro. They have the ability to do it. You better start thinking about what's going to happen if that happens.
The North American Electric Reliability Corporation, NERC, warned this week that more than half the U.S. is at an elevated risk of blackouts this winter due to a combination of increased demand, regional power generation, shortfalls, and potential fuel deliveries, challenges in the event of prolonged cold weather events. I told y'all they was launching bricks January 1st. So in order for the U.S. government to introduce this cashless society, a big event has to happen like a blackout in order to cause chaos and confusion. So that same U.S. government could come in and say, hey, we have a resolution. Let us introduce our digital currency so we can keep track of every fucking thing you do.
See, this is why I think they're going to shut down the grid, dude. Because what's going to happen is the unity voice is going to...
They rather destroy the planet than just rather give it back to us, you know. They're like, oh, we can't have it. Nobody can have it. That's how they feel. So they definitely gonna pull them cards.
If y'all don't know about the Kodiak bear, allow me to do the honors. They get their name because they're found only in one spot in the entire world, which is a little island off the coast of Alaska called Kodiak Island. It's a subspecies of the brown bear, except on steroids. They can get up to 10 feet tall and 1,500 pounds, making it the largest bear on the planet. And the reason they're so big is because on this little island of Kodiak, there's not a lot of vegetation, which means these bears pretty much have to go full carnivore. Here's a little size comparison if you wanted to see how big it is compared to the average grizzly bear. Absolute monsters. The Kodiak bear is the real deal, even though this photo isn't helping my case. If y'all don't know about the Kodiak bear, allow me to do the honors. They get their name.
Hey.
Oh, wow.
Yo, that is cool. How do you now?
You might be looking at a bluff charge. The bear might run towards you, but at the last second, veer off to the side. This is the bear sizing you up. And the last thing you want to do is run away. If you do, because of its predatory instinct, the bear will attack. Just like dogs, bears will chase you if you run. The best thing you can do is stand your ground by waving your hands around and making yourself look bigger. Once the bear takes the hint and retreats, slowly step away without breaking eye contact. Running from a bear can be deadly, but it's not the worst thing you can do. In this episode, we'll show you how to avoid any fatal mistakes if you find yourself face to face with an angry bear.
I'm gonna look for the biggest rock around, and I'm gonna have to knock
not
him
knowing
out.
the difference can put you on the fast track to being mauled to death. So let's take a look at the big three. First up, the black bear. This fuzzy guy may look cute, but don't let that fool you. With its signature straight facial profile, tall ears, and short claws, the black bear can pack a punch. Standing at a mere 1.5 meters, this is the smallest of the trio. If you come face to face with a black bear, be bold and aggressive. Make yourself look bigger and throw things if necessary. Next, the polar bear. This massive beast is instantly recognizable with its thick white fur.
It's too cold out there.
Like I told y'all, it wasn't gonna be no winter this year. Now, you got your few states where, you know, they gonna try to turn the snow on because they still got certain access points. They still got certain energetic points where they can make a little something happen. Heart isn't fully down yet. It's breaking down. So they still gonna be able to manipulate a little bit, but the system, this shit is over with. The system is shutting down. You feel me? We about to be in January, right? So literally, Christmas was always truly about, from a pagan standpoint, because it's a pagan holiday that was started in Germany. It was always about catching the winter solstice and trying to channel in as many principalities, negative principalities, as they can. And in order to channel in all these principalities, they needed the help of us. Okay? Because they don't have any ancestors. They don't have any souls, so they lack the magnetism. So they had to come up with a creative way to get us to participate in the ritual. Because if you know anything about magic, one person is powerful in magic. But the more people you bring into a ritual, the more powerful the ritual is. Okay? Why do you think we were so powerful during the Haitian Revolution? When we channeled the energy of Ogun, right? We sat there 1,000+ deep, all meditating, channeling the same energy, and we participated in a ritual where we lit certain candles, we had certain herbs and spices, and we put them down, and we sang certain songs. This was all a part of the ritual, all right? Because chanting, all of that is part of a ritual. See, you have been lied to about magic, so you have no clue that you have been participating in magic rituals. That's what the fuck the holiday is. That's what the Christmas tree is about. That's what the star on top of the Christmas tree is about. That's what the Christmas gifts is about. That's what the gift giving is about. That's what all the Christmas songs, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. All these little hymns, right? All these little jingles that we would sing, these are all chants. And if you know anything about magic, chanting, vibration is very, very powerful. Okay? And it's complete because most magic rituals is going to also require you to call upon a higher advanced spiritual deity. So that's just like me playing a singing bowl and then lighting the candle and saying my intent and pulling Orishas right here. That's a part of a ritual. That's a ritual, right? That's a small ritual, right? You're doing the same thing. Instead of lighting the candle, you light the Christmas tree up with ornaments, right? Instead of pulling in the Orishas or any advanced beings that we studied in our ancient African culture, if you want to call us that, or Latino culture, Santeria, you want to call us that, whatever you want to call us. Fuck you and your names and your misnomers, all right? Whatever you want to label us as and call us, right? But they replaced that, so they give you Santa Claus and Jesus. So instead of saying Obatala, you like Jesus. Instead of saying Orula, Okosi, Ogun, talking to the ancient ones, calling certain archangels, you know, you talk about Jesus and Santa Claus.
Wow. Damn. Fire is really showing that you're gonna, yeah. That's still going.
Universe doesn't speak English.
Check this out.
It speaks frequency. And this is the
These
most
little kids know what they talking
language
about,
in the
man.
world. Think about it. If you say something in a language, you may doubt it inside of you. Or you could even lie to yourself. Frequency doesn't lie. If your thoughts, mind, and desires are not aligned, you may not reach that frequency.
So God is an energy that He's used to create something. So you know souls, right? Souls have the God energy in them.
Okay.
So let's say you took away the God energy from anything. It would just become nothing. Field. It's a field.
That's fascinating.
You can't ask it stuff. You can pray to it.
You can?
Yeah, you can. You can.
So
if someone doesn't believe in God, then I guess you don't believe in yourself, because basically every single living
What are you,
thing,
like,
and not even
9?
living thing, every
Talking
single
like
atom,
this?
every single piece of energy
Crazy.
is made from the God source.
Wow.
So 13.8
That's what's
billion
up.
years ago, the entire universe was reduced to a singularity, a particle smaller than a quark. However, if gravity is always working, i.e. if you jumped off this building, you're not going to fall 15 seconds later, you're going to fall immediately. So if gravity is always working, then and if the singularity was always there, like some atheists try to say, then the universe should have no age. It should be infinitely old. But it's not. It has an age. It's 13.8 billion years old. And something can't come from nothing, because it would have to exist in order to cause itself to exist, which is illogical. So therefore, something other must have created the singularity. And that something other we observe as God.
What is God?
Okay, so a lot of people think God is, quite in the biblical sense, a guy sitting up on a cloud who controls the universe, frankly, and has created all life. But my definition of God is not like that. I don't believe God is person or entity. God is just another form of energy, or actually is energy. Himself, well, not even himself, itself. For the fact that you look at the Bible and other really, awesome, but, extremely vague and unreliable sources in religion that, you know, hold these sources that we find and facts that we find, or so-called facts that we find, and really a lot of people think it's just about faith. But if you relate the Bible to quantum physics and apply most of the laws actually in less of a figurative sense, but more of a literal sense, and replace it with things like the universe, you'll eventually find out that it explains in-depth quantum physics and astrophysics, experiments and theories. Well, maybe not theories, because maybe now they're proven. Who knows? Maybe the Bible isn't a story of something that happened on Earth, but maybe a story of how our universe began. For the fact that, honestly, I don't really buy into the literal biblical sense. Like, you know, God is literally a guy who looks like us, who sits up in an alternate realm that's in our clouds and, you know, watches over all of us. But I guess you could say that he's an energy form that created all, is all, and is everywhere and nowhere at the same time. God, or energy, lives within us, through us, and can...
And is us.
And is us, frankly.
So you said what? That God is the energy that is in us, created us, and is us. Is that your definition?
Yep.
I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Sort of, yeah. God is energy. That's my thing. And I mean, like, you look at dimensional theory, and eventually we have, you know, a singularity at the beginning of the universe that is energy. And then, you know, eventually that begins to slow down in vibration due to entropy or some other law of that sort. And then, you know, first you get photonic light, and then that slows down, and then we get matter, and then that slows down. And then who else knows what comes next? We have gravity, and then we have time, you know, all coming in at one sense. And I mean, does that sound like origin story to you? It kind of does a little bit to me.
If you want to do something, you just need to believe it, and you can't just say, I believe I can do this, I believe I can do that, because it doesn't work. You really need to think it in your heart. And I mean by in your heart, right in your heart, in the middle of your heart.
Now, that's crazy, bro. They probably like 10, 9, you know, and they talking about this. Man, I trust the younger generation, man. They know. The older, it's okay. They was just taught wrong, you know, and it was, you know, they're just going off what they was taught when they was younger. So it is what it is. But I feel like the kids that's coming in now, them is old souls. Cause the way he talking, bro sound like he 14. He don't even look like he like 8. Wow, that is amazing, man. That is actually amazing. Amazing time to be alive, for real.
Have y'all seen the skies lately? Look at this, y'all. This is in Norway.
That is amazing. Look at that.
Look at these beautiful clouds, y'all. Wow.
And you gotta ask yourself, how is the clouds even looking like that? Right? What's making the clouds look like that? That's crazy.
Look at them streaks. What is going on, y'all? When have we ever seen that, y'all? Thank y'all for tuning into my frequency. Keep up with me on my other platforms, especially on my YouTube. Now, we know December 25th is really the day about the sun. And this is exactly why they go through hell with doing what they do with the skies. Do you see what I'm saying? Tennessee is giving us a clear view of why they cover up the skies, y'all. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. You cannot tell me that is a lens flare, because it's moving. Look at this, y'all. Do y'all see that? Oh my goodness, y'all. Now check this out. Do you see the red? And look, y'all, the blue. Do you see this? Look at this, y'all, the blue. Red and blue Kachina. Okay, y'all, here's a better picture, but do you see it, right? You see the blue and the red star? Look at that. What? This is why they cover up the clouds, y'all. This is why they cover the sky, because this is really what's happening with the earth. It's really what's happening with the world. That's why all this stuff is happening. All this transition, all these things going crazy, all these respiratory illnesses. This is literally the Hopi prophecy playing out right now. For those of you who've never heard of the Hopi prophecy or don't know what it is, I urge you to take a look at what's happening, because this is exactly what's happening. The right energies, and these are the right energies.
Make sure y'all sharing information. Make sure you definitely get in that song
in order to align yourself. Okay, so go on, share this video, y'all. Let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments down below, and let's get this shift. Peace in, and don't forget to keep up with your boy. Okay, y'all, do I have a treat for you? Do y'all see this? Look at this, y'all. I don't know where this is, but it doesn't matter where this is, because this is a type of energy that this type of holiday carries, or the type of energy they want us to follow. But do y'all see that? Why does Santa have all those people around him with horns? Demons, devils. Look at this. Now, this energy is represented worldwide because you see Santa is leading the pack. Santa is an anagram for Satan, y'all. Look at this.
Why is
they create these holidays so they can really show you who they are, y'all. Look at Krampus. Look at this. Look, this is wow.
That's evil.
But this is the type of energy you are succumbing your children to around this holidays, these holy days. They create these days for them. This is their day, not the children's day. They just want to include the children so they can siphon the energy. But you see what this is. That's why they make it all about children. This is sick. Let's get this shift, y'all.
Yeah, let's get this shift going. I feel it.
Yo, check this out, y'all. These are amazing times to be alive, y'all. Let's get this shift, y'all. Share this video, y'all. Thank you for tuning in.
Peace, love, and light to everyone, and salute to the gods and goddesses. With this cosmic event that's underway, it's important that you make sure that you're physically, spiritually, and mentally prepared. Get your ass in the gym. Okay, you should be in the gym. You should be training. You should be focusing on strength training. It's not so much about the aesthetics and how you look. Yeah, that's cool, but you want to make sure you're focused wholeheartedly on busting through barriers, busting through PRs. Personal records is what PR mean. You want to make sure that you're going in there to gain strength, to make sure that you're stronger than what you were previously. You want to be prepared when a cosmic radiation hit, to make sure that you can take it, to make sure that your body can take what it's going to undergo, okay? Because ultraviolet radiation is going to hit us. We converting from carbon to crystalline. There's been several sightings of two suns. Nibiru is here. Nemesis is here. Our central sun from Argatha has risen. There's so many things that's going on, and you just want to make sure that you're fully on point and that you're fully aware, all right? It's no reason why you shouldn't be training every day. I don't care if you work. This whole thing is an illusion. You want to make sure that your avatar is prepared for what's going on, all right? Because you will be receiving a biological upgrade. I'll move out the way so y'all can read this. Pause the video so you can thoroughly dissect the information. The product you see right here is called Shilajit, okay? It's phenomenal for increasing your testosterone, your natural testosterone, meaning that women can take it too, okay? You're not going to grow hair on your chest. It's not going to change your voice. This is a product that is good for men and women. It's all around good for mental, spiritual, and physical, okay? It works for your neurophysiology. It works for actually your vitality, rejuvenation, age reversing. It converts gray hair follicles back to black or the original color that they were. It's a phenomenal product all around, and it also increases your melanin, meaning that it will make you prepare for the solar energy and the ultraviolet radiation that's to come. Ashwagandha is another phenomenal product that you can use to actually build on muscle, okay? It also alleviates stress because it's a cortisol reducer, okay? And cortisol is one of the chemical components that does create stress and anxiety, depression, things of that nature, okay? So, and I do have this available on Holistic Remedies for Ascension. Again, if I'm gonna move out y'all way so y'all can see it. Okay, extract powder, stress support, muscle development, and cortisol reducer, pardon me. So ashwagandha, and this is the extract powder formula, which means it's the active ingredient, the most potent part of the plant that's been extracted to be utilized. And again, ashwagandha is great if you're trying to build on natural muscle. Another vegan-based muscle building product that I do have available on Holistic Remedies for Ascension that I highly recommend is called Cyanotis arachnoidea. Okay, this product is pretty much predicated on building muscle, building strength while simultaneously burning fat. All right, I'm gonna move out your way. Y'all can pause the video so y'all can read some of the particulars. Keep in mind, when our 12 DEA strands connect, all right, and our powers fully come online, we're going to be the ones repairing and restoring this matrix, okay? Actually destroying anything that they had that was opposed against us. We're going to be the ones causing calamity on the planet, restoring and taking our planet back. You want to make sure you prepare for that, all right? They do have reptilians. They've been preparing with artificial intelligence. This is why you see them doing these things, because they know that once we come online, it's going to be a force to be reckoned with, all right? X-Men, Avengers, all these different cartoons and all animations regarding powers and comic books was all predicated on us. The Orishas had these powers, all right? The Nataru had these powers, all right? We descendants of the Anunnaki. We actually star seeds from Inki, all right? And some of them are from Enlil's lineage as well, all right? And that would explain the ones that's more malevolent, all right? But it's time for us to wake up and take our power back. And in order to do so, we have to be prepared, we have to be training, and we have to have that warrior mindset. Peace, love, and light to everyone. Peace, love, and light.
Respect, man.
You have a higher nature and a lower nature, right? Your lower nature loves it here. It's been here for 1,000, or well, it's been here for years, let's say 10, 20, 30 years. You reincarnated from 1,000 years back. It's been here for the longest. Your lower nature, when you die, is talking about your lower nature being humble and you dying. Your lower nature wants to stay around. So it's going to do everything to keep you around by magnifying everything on the outside of you. That's why the more spiritual you get, the more and more your world on the outside start going wrong. Because the spirit is more in opposition to the physical. That's why you see more people immersed into the physical. That means that they're less spiritual. You see what I'm saying? So the Buddha says, empty mind, full room. You got to have all that stuff in your house. Full mind, small room, empty room. You see, and that's the way it is. The more and more you elevate your mind, the more and more you stop needing material things. It's only mere trinkets. The more and more your mind is empty, the more and more you need that stuff. You see what I'm saying? Now, this particular part, so what happens is your ego likes it here. It wants to stay. Then it meets with this demon called the carnazon. And this particular demon devours the ego. That's your higher self. It only looks like a demon because your lower ego, the physical you, is looking at it. But it's looking at the spiritual self. Jacob wrestled with the angel. He was only wrestling with his alter ego, the dark side. It's called a double side. The double self. You got a double soul. You got the soul that you know here, which is the doggone lower half, functioning off these two false eyes. Because your third eye, your spiritual eye, your first eye is shut down. Then you have another soul. And that double soul, in the ancient man, used to be made aware of his double. This the root word for devil. The double. Jacob is wrestling with the angel. He's wrestling with his own higher self. You understand? The only fear is the fear in you. As a man and woman thinks, so is he or she.
Shout out to Bobby.
10 signs you're approaching diabetes. 1, you're always hungry, always craving for sugar salts. 2, you're starting to get blurry vision. 3, you're starting to get tingling sensations, numbness or pain around your body. 4, you fall sick or get infections frequently, oral infections like respiratory infections, UTI. 5, you're always thirsty or you're craving sugary drinks, soft drinks. 6, skin pigmentation, them dark skin patches or skin tags around your necks, armpits and other parts of the body, such as skin discoloration around your joint areas. 7, huge belly fat, waistline, especially if your waistline is more than half of your height. 8, you have swollen feet because you're retaining water. 9, you have dry or cracked heels. 10, you're always tired. You're tired after meals, you wake up tired and you feel puffy. But you're not diabetic yet because your blood glucose levels are normal, but your insulin levels are high. This abnormally high level of insulin in your body is the root cause for all the symptoms and signs that are showing that you're approaching diabetes. You see, even with type 2 diabetes, it is a condition where your insulin levels have reached its maximum level, where they're no longer able to control your blood sugar and keep them at its normal level, causing your blood sugars to rise above its normal range. And if you're on the road to acquiring type 2 diabetes, then you want to address the root cause, which is lowering your insulin levels and controlling your insulin. By lowering your insulin levels, your insulin will be better at controlling your blood sugar levels, and you will put a stop to your progression towards type 2 diabetes. 10 signs you're approaching diabetes.
And this is why people need to be fasting, okay? I know you love your food, but here and there, fast. Take a couple days away from it. Do it. It can be hopeful.
I don't mind the term African American. I don't want to be called African American.
Why is that?
I'm not African.
Very strong.
I don't mind the term African.
Artificial intelligence. And although the Zeta Grays are highly intelligent and have advanced technology.
Copyright.
Did you know that when bananas turn brown, it means it has more antioxidants? Wild blueberries have 2 times more antioxidants than regular blueberries. Did you know wild lettuce is a natural painkiller? Cantaloupe is high in potassium and reduces anxiety. Hemp seeds have all 9 essential amino acids. 20 minutes of sunlight triggers over 200 microbes that fight fungi, parasites, and viruses. Like
nice.
Follow and share so others can heal.
Nice. I didn't know the son be doing all that.
We out here on vacation in the Bahamas.
I'm not gonna skip that cover.
Japanese dude
I saw this. I saw this, but I know some people probably didn't see this, so I'm gonna throw this in there too.
That decided to create
it's like a throwback.
The robot from Avatar.
If you missed out.
And all I could say was what? In the goddamn Megatron Transformer 3000 is we fucking seen. Niggas making real life big ass human operated robots. Straight out the Avatar movie. He just hopped in Optimus Prime right now and finna boot it up. Look at this shit. Like I heard now. Autobots roll out. And then this motherfucker got 30 computers in it.
That's crazy.
Look at it. And this is all I can see after that video. It just take one person with the wrong mind. And some Avatar shit just kicked off. Y'all see it. I see it. We all see it. Let me know what y'all think about this Decepticon Avatar, man.
I'd like you to please simplify.
Up in Idaho camping. Would you look at this? I think I found an ancient mound. Cause that's looking really pyramid-like. Not gonna explore it this weekend, but gotta come back up here. We gonna get to that spot. Cause that's looking really looks like a nipple.
In this video, we're going to speak about ether. By the physics definition, ether is a universal substance that acts as a medium for transmission of electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic energy is what propagates through space. So that brings me to outer space, which is ether. It is pitch black without the stars, planets, etc. So ether is associated with the color black. Ether is what makes all of life possible. Now, we of course know there would be no light without dark. We wouldn't have thought of creating the lights if there wasn't already darkness in a room. There's also a saying, gone into the ether. So you could say my keys have gone into the ether. That is an act of disappearing into the void, which void is by definition empty space. What is ether? It is space. Void, in a spiritual definition, would be the state of pure consciousness in which the mind has been emptied of all particular objects or images. So in Genesis 2:7, we have God formed man out of the dirt from the ground. The dirt is the original state of everything. There would be no trees without the dirt. So there would be no trees without the dirt, and our eyes pick up images through light. So in order for us to see the trees and for trees to be present, there had to have been the origin of darkness, of dirt. As we know, the richest and purest dirt is dark brown to black. In order for our minds to be emptied of all particular objects or images, that means that our eyes are not picking up on this light that is not present yet. Darkness being the origin.
This is how God and the devil is the same entity. Now, even if you're a deep thinker, you still have to open your mind on this video. Now, the reason why that
copyright. This is copyright. I don't know. Every time I react to Real Chosen, it copyright everything. So I'm gonna skip this.
I'm about to show y'all some shit that should not be happening.
Something very interesting is happening this year.
Check this
a
out.
couple of days ago, I was walking with my cousin, and
check this out.
I could hear of how the trees are all still green. And I mentioned this to him, and whatever, we shook it off. And
that's how you know they're messing with the weather.
A lot of other creators have noticed as well that things that should have gone through their change haven't. A lot of bugs are still around that shouldn't be around. Let me shut up and just show you this clip.
I'm about to show y'all some shit that should not be happening. I should not have flowers coming in on my tomato plants right now. I should definitely not have new peppers coming in. I have peppers growing in December. I also should not have new strawberries.
Although it's strange.
It's December. I definitely should not have any mint, spearmint, any kind of mint coming in. It's December. This is all fresh mint, y'all. I definitely should not be having fresh sage either. Fresh sage should not come in until the spring. I have catnip blooms. Catnip blooms. This should not be coming in until the spring. It is December.
Isn't that strange?
Yes, it's very strange. Very strange.
This is how you know they're messing with the weather, right? Because it shouldn't be doing that, man. It's so off balance that it's making it do that.
So this creator has turned a Mandela effect into a money-making opportunity. Check this out.
I officially have government documentation that Fruit of the Loom is lying about never being associated with the cornucopia. That we should first start off with this Frank West album, Fruit of the Loom, which was made in the late 1970s and was a clear spin-off of Fruit of the Loom. I don't know how to credit a Redditor, but this one deserves an award because he went so far down the rabbit hole, he ended up reaching out to the son of the artist who created the art for the album cover. The son responded, making it very clear that
what's a conspiracy theory that you 1000%?
So this creator has turned
the son of the artist who created the art for the album cover. Son responded, making it very clear that Fruit of the Loom was in fact inspired by Fruit of the Loom and the cornucopia was part of its logo. Redditor even brought receipts and took a screenshot of his email conversation. The part I'm most excited about, this is an official government document for the Fruit of the Loom trademark, and if you look at the bottom, it said baskets of fruit, containers of fruit, cornucopia, horn of plenty. And I'm not arguing that there's no room for discussion about when and how this logo was used, but it's clearly dishonest for Fruit of the Loom to make us believe we're crazy for assuming that the cornucopia was ever associated with their logo. It still makes absolutely no sense to me how each one of us have a vivid memory of our childhood asking our mom what's in the Fruit of the Loom logo, and that's how we learned what a cornucopia was. In an attempt to back Fruit of the Loom into a trademark corner, I'm now selling these sweatshirts, which means I'm about to be sued for every penny I'm worth, but they'll have to admit the cornucopia is a part of their logo, or I will become a trillionaire. Either way, it's a win-win for me.
awesome sauce. So this creator has turned a Mandela.
That Fruit Loom definitely had them fruits on there. I remember that.
What's a conspiracy theory that you 1000% believe in?
Watch this with me.
I understand though, you believe in flat Earth, right?
Yes.
So wouldn't people just fall off the end?
Well, look, what is the end, first of all?
I don't know.
It would be Antarctica, the Arctic Circle.
That's the end.
That's the shoreline.
But wouldn't there be like a wall or something?
Well, the highest shoreline on Earth is the ice wall, Antarctica. So the water would be this table, and it'd be this there. Okay. And then you'd say, well, what's that way? And where's the end? The only treaty ever broken by 57 nations is the Antarctic Treaty. You are not allowed to explore there. But the first person to explore Antarctica, Admiral Byrd, he said that there is more land with, it's not snow, better resources and minerals, the size of North America, And as he's talking, behind him there's a video, there's footage on YouTube, Admiral Byrd. As he's talking in front of a flat earth as a monthful equidistant map, the map that airplane pilots use for autopilot. They don't use your dumbass Mercator or your fucking globe or none of that. They use our map. And think about it, this map distorts continents. Why would an autopilot system ever risk crashing a plane with a map that just makes North America a little smaller, this one bigger, and there's an ice wall on this map? Why do they use, there's 1 billion different maps, and they use the flat earth as a monthful equidistant map for autopilot. That's why a compass is a flat earth instrument. It only points to north. There is no south pole on a compass. It's south. Here's magnetic north. You circumnavigate east to west. That's how a compass circumnavigates, just like the sun. And then south would just be 180 degrees away from north. So southward.
What's a conspiracy?
Did you know a Supreme Court judge committed suicide 12 days after police executed a search warrant at his home? There's also a connection between him and a friend who was arrested for sex trafficking, drugs, and other things. Check it out. Supreme Court Justice commits suicide, and there's this connection between him and one of his best friends who was arrested for sex trafficking, drugs, and other things. Let's put up a picture of the State Supreme Court Justice John L. Michalski. He died by suicide at his Amherst home Tuesday. Several sources confirmed 12 days after police executed a search warrant at his home. There's a lot of background to this story, a lot of twists and turns. The defense attorney, Terrence M. Connors, told the Buffalo News he received a call about the death late Tuesday morning and has been with the family at the Michalski home. It's heartbreaking, the attorney said. He was such a good guy. This just didn't have to happen. Connors said he was sick when he got the news, especially since he was with the judge last week and the justice's legal troubles seemed manageable.
I am trying to visit every single country on the planet, and today I'm in Turkmenistan. I'm currently at the gates of hell, which is this burning gas crater that has been burning constantly since the 1980s.
Since the 1980s, it's been burning. That one was unbelievable. Right? That one was, come on, man. That don't sound believable. It's 2023.
So people were trying to extract the gas here in the Turkmen desert, and this crater here collapsed. And since then, gas has been coming out of the crater, and it's been burning ever since. And the crazy thing is, the Turkmen government has actually been trying to close down the crater, because gas is burned for 1 hour. It's equivalent to a brand new car, the amount of gas worth burned.
Wow.
But it's actually very hard to close the crater down, because if you close it down, it might erupt somewhere else because of the pressure underneath. So it's actually not that straightforward. And here we are. It's still burning. It's 2023 and it's still burning. We'll see if the Turkmen government will find a solution at some point to close the crater down, but it is no...
That's crazy.
Look what they doing.
I've already broken every rule in the book letting you in here. Let me just...
Heard what she just said? Hold on, let's run it back.
If we were infected, we'd all be running a fever.
Exactly.
I've already broken every rule in the book letting you in here. Let me just at least be thorough.
Right? Check this out. This show was never about zombies, bro. They tricked y'all. They put this shit in y'all faces all these years ago. And I figured it out.
Get it out.
Yeah. Huh?
There you go.
Huh? Hold on. Look.
We found a network of pedophiles among a global network of people who were selling kids back and forth to each other, trading them like candy. My name is John Paul Rice, for the people watching that may not know who I am. My friends know me. I'm an independent film producer. I've been in Hollywood for about 20 years. I started my film career and Remember the Titans. Worked at Senator International, later Mandate Pictures under the producers who did Juno, The Grudge, Harold and Kumar, Stranger Than Fiction, and eventually The Hunger Games when they went back into Lionsgate. The reason I wanted to talk to everybody here today is because over the course of the last week or two, we have found out without notification that Amazon.com, for which we have 6 of our movies on there, our film A Child's Voice, which has been on there for over a year and a half in the UK, the United States, and now 70 other countries, was suddenly, without notification, removed entirely from their platform. They unpublished it, and they made it not searchable in most of the sites. We've only tested a few outside of the United States, but the one in the United States, if you put in a child's voice in Amazon.com, you can't find it on the 1,100 pages that they'll give you back on your searches. The only way that you can get it is through a direct link, and we discovered this because the director's daughter had sent the links out to several of her friends when the Wayfair scandal broke, as well as the Maxwell files being released in the last 48 hours. And Amazon came back to us. They gave us a very standard corporate non-committal response that said we make a lot of changes, we do this and that and the other, we judge things based on performance, but they couldn't give us a very specific answer, and we all know what the answer is. What our movie did before Epstein was known about in the public, and before Maxwell was known about in the public, is we found a network of pedophiles among a global network of people who were selling kids back and forth to each other, trading them like candy. It goes right in through Hollywood. If you look at the Daily Beast article, you'll see that Jeffrey Epstein had a pipeline right into Hollywood through Harvey Weinstein. That was last year. I've done a lot of deep dives and research into this, and there is a very satanic element to it, for which we incorporated it into our movie. Our movie is a feature film. It deals with two teens, one who's a homeless, heroin-addicted teen, hears the voice of a child who had been killed at the beginning of the movie, calls out for his help, and he goes on a mission to rescue a girl from these human traffickers. They come together, and then they stand up to this network in a spirit of love and courage for all of these children. It's a very beautiful film. It's been well reviewed, well received, critically acclaimed by the people that have reviewed it, and also many users by the thousands, by the tens of thousands, by the millions all over the world have seen this. So when we had all of this come up, we went viral with it on Twitter the other day, and it exploded, because we still have one platform left here in the United States, and that's Vimeo.com on demand. What I would like everybody to do is, more importantly, I don't need to get back on Amazon. I already know what they're going to do, and they've got a stack of lawyers, but we're looking for alternative platforms where we can release this movie. We found...
You definitely need to release that movie. Wow. You know, just hearing his name, Jeffrey Epstein, right? Sound like he come out of like a GTA game or something, right? One of them heists, GTA heists. That's what it sounds like, low key. But man, that dude is sick. That dude is definitely a sick man. And it, like, deep down, I feel like he's still alive. And I think they just saying that he, you know, did that, but I feel like dude's still alive. How many of y'all feel like that still?
Digestive system working to get your blood purified.
There's something going on out here.
Get your digestive system working, to get your blood purified, to get your lymphatic system clean, because your lymphatic system is what helps you get rid of all the free radicals and the heavy metals through defecation, through urination, and through sweating through the pores, through saliva spit, through our mucus that comes from our nose and all this. So all that is a part of our 3-day herbal cleanse. It's a reset.
Not at the moment, beautiful. But we plan on to when this business grows, for sure.
What I have that helps you breathe is a respiratory support.
Yes.
I have a tea that I made with thyme, with muleng, and I also created a vapor organic rub that has no synthetic chemicals that you can put on your chest, and it will break up the mucus in your chest, and it would also break up the mucus that is in your sinus and the plaque and in the cavities. I mean, it's just so much that the foods that we eat are causing us to have all this buildup here. So every time when spring comes around and all that pollen gets to us, see, pollen is very healing. This is why people don't like pollen. It's to get your digestive system working, to get your blood purified.
There's something going on out here. I want to show you something. Let me share something with the plants. And I'm having fruit fly again. I mean, it's December. Normally in December, no fruit fly. I mean, they disappear. They're gone. You know, and now it's fruit fly. So fruit fly, the insects, the plants, they're telling you something. They're messing with the weather, man. They're messing with nature.
Definitely.
So this plant is henbit. This comes up in the springtime, going towards summer, and the weather is so messed up. It start, to shoot out again. I'm gonna shoot another plant here. These are strawberry plant. These are
Strawberry.
supposed to be like die out.
Oh.
Look, some of it is gone. Some of them still fresh, still green. I'll get these there to make tea. Yeah, but I have that there. What else? I have a lot of the. Let me go over here, show you. Look at this mullein here. Mullein, this is supposed to be sleeping, taking a rest for the springtime. But look at it now. Look at it. Something ain't right. Something is not right.
Something is definitely not right. But if they be doing that, that's how you know they are messing with the weather. Right? That's strange. They shouldn't be doing that. My dad found this old UFO video from 20 years ago. Look at the sun. The sun was booming back then, huh? Whoa. Wow. Interesting. That was in 1994. August 31st. 1994. Strange.
The carts. When
How
you
y'all-
go
how many
shopping
y'all
where the
knew this?
carts
How many
don't
y'all
have,
knew
like,
this?
cup holders, for your drink or whatever. The whole time they actually did. We just never knew about it. Look at this hack right here. You're not gonna want to miss this because you might need this eventually if you go to Walmart. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the cup holder, bro.
I did
the
not
freaking
know that,
baby
bro.
seatbelt or whatever. Can you believe that?
I didn't know
It's
that.
crazy.
Didn't know that. Copyright.
Y'all got no quarter?
Like that. What does that look like to you? I thought it was an ostrich or a big turkey. That's actually a bald eagle. These gentlemen released it. Watch what it does. Run that video. Comment below.
Stop music, bro. That music not it. I'm gonna pause the music. Is he gonna fly away? Somebody call it a bald eagle. Why is it not taking off? Like, you should be ready to be free, my boy. And that music is still playing. I'm not finna unmute it. No. My boy looks so confused. Like he don't know what to do. Finally fly away. Dang. Took a long huh?
An ostrich or a
Yo, dolphins sing so like nice, right? Don't they? I hope so. I hope so, cause they're like nice creatures. I'm not gonna lie. They don't look like they would harm you for real. Like just look at his face. Right? Don't look like he just trying to play. It's cool, man. Dolphins is cool. I don't know, man. I feel like if you mistreat them though, they come on, man. That's with anything. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Right. Then they're gonna react different. Shout out to the Dolphins, man. Shout out to the Dolphins. I don't know, man. I don't know how dangerous dolphins is. I have to like do some research, but they seem cool, man. I don't know.
Take the tip of your little finger and just touch and press very gently the outer corner of one eye. I don't know what you see, but I see a sort of blaze of light around about my nose region. Try the tip of the finger very gently, don't press, into the inner corner of the eye. And again, I see a blaze of light on the outside there. Well, I don't really see light. I see an illusion of light called a phosphene. Well, how does it form a picture? A bit like this. Imagine that with your right eye, you are looking at something. And let's say that something is a goldfish. Now, light rays from the goldfish go in, crossing over through the lens, and they form a picture on the retina. But imagine that you poke your eye gently there. All the eye can say is it thinks it sees a blaze of light there, on the tip of the nose. It doesn't, but by poking the eye, you've stimulated the cells in the retina, and all they can do is to say, ha-ha, I'm firing, must be a blaze of light there, and that's the phosphene. Take the tip of your little finger and just touch and press very gently the outer corner of one eye. I don't know what you see, but I see a sort of blaze of light around about my nose region. Try the tip of the finger very gently, don't press, into the...
Chinese people that changing their hair to afro hair.
是自然的吗？是啊。This is the same way they come to us and they ask us, is our hair natural? 我觉得很漂亮。啊，对。
afro。
阿姨，你说你好。你好。啊 ，so good。好的。She's cute.
Yay, that's yay yay.
Now, we all know that the sun is going to be reaching its solar maximum by the year 2025, meaning hypersolar activity and coronal mass ejections, and that the government is planning to stage a global catastrophic cyber attack. Either way it goes, there's going to be a massive power outage take place, and we all need to be prepared. Life Path 2, you're going to be a great support person for any group you come in contact with, and if they're smart enough, they'll do the same for you. 4s are going to have the mental capability and skills to help build tools, shelter, and infrastructure for the entire group. Life Path 6 is going to be naturally responsible for the first aid and have the emotional capability to maintain the health of themselves and other people. Now, I have to remaster the 7's role real quick because we cannot forget about the spiritual connection that the 7s possess. 7s will have the power to conduct a ritual at any moment. Last up, you have Life Path 8s. These people would do anything to uphold their power, whether that's through having weapons, gear, supplies, or even herbal remedies. Like and share this video for part 3, and we're going to go over the master numbers. One love. Now, we all know that the sun is going to be reaching its solar maximum by the year.
What life path was y'all in the comments? Let me know. He definitely did. He didn't do my life path. I didn't see mine. Yeah. Let me know in the comments what y'all think about that right there. And let me know if it resonate with you. Alright, if it resonate with you, then I'll go ahead and delete it, I guess. So they said no GTA 6? They would release it on 2025, huh? Right when they were about to end. Really? They did that on purpose.
The industry is not what
they trying to harvest our energy.
Story.
He's also the same man who spoke on the industry. Listen carefully to this.
Let me ask you, how many in this live right now want to be a rapper? I'm gonna tell you why you don't want to be a rapper right now. I want to be in some type of industry where they can get internet fame to get money. Let me tell you why. Your favorite rapper, you wanna know what's crazy? Your favorite rapper, you're happier than your favorite rapper right now. You watching this live, he turned up, he with the money, you happier than him. That money that he got, don't make him happy. All this real life, none of, bro. Y'all don't understand, bro. There's so many people like that be telling me they love me. I don't even know these first names. Like, these rap niggas are the weirdest I've ever met in my life. Like, niggas will really tell you that they love you and you don't even know their first name. Literally. You don't even gotta explain yourself, they gonna see. Like, so many people are chasing a dream they not even ready for.
So many people are chasing a dream they not even ready for.
There's a fucking dragon on the surface of the moon. Or something shaped like a dragon. And in the second one, it's gone. He makes some really compelling arguments as to this giant, like, bigger than Manhattan, like, taller than anything you've ever seen in your life.
I don't see no
dragon
in a picture of
on the surface of the moon.
And this was from Clementine.
So if you look at the pictures of Clementine, which is why he holds on to Clementine so desperately, those are the clearest images of the moon, where you can clearly see that there's something on the surface of the moon in a certain place, and then in later pictures of the moon, it's gone. They're not there. And this is not news, because if you follow any of the Google images, the Google Earth, the, Google fucking moon, whatever the fuck, there's black boxes on pictures of the sun. They've blocked out certain areas of certain things. They blur things out. He basically proves that NASA and the ballistic missile, whatever, like, altered the pictures that Clementine took and that other spacecrafts have taken because it's not there. And he spends the majority of the video enhancing these pictures and showing them from all angles and explaining to you why, like, NASA is hiding a gigantic mass of something shaped like a dragon on the moon.
Well, fuck, man. So when you say shaped like a dragon, like, if you're looking at the moon, like, flat, like, you're not looking at the profile. It's like, you see it on the profile of the moon.
No, you see, because we're taking pictures of the moon from the sky.
Flat. Okay.
Sort of.
Okay, yeah. So, but it's in the shape of
a fucking dragon. So it's the Clementine conspiracy, aka Project Golden Dragon. Because this is what's important when he starts talking about the TLPs, is that if they gave you color pictures of the moon, maybe you're going to see some shit in color that they don't want you to fucking see.
Okay. Maybe it would have provided, like, more info as to what the fuck it was. Okay.
Or maybe it's more difficult now for us to Photoshop out all of these colored gases when we could just show you this black and white picture. I mean, he proposes a couple of theories theories of whether or not it's like organic matter, whether or not this is a living like dragon type thing, or if it's some sort of, biological, how you ever read some science fiction
let me
where
know
it's
if y'all can see the dragon, because I can't see it. Y'all see the dragon down there?
Using or
I don't see no dragon.
Actually alive. You ever?
I haven't. No, I've not heard.
I mean, there's a theory that maybe it's its own creature, or that it's being inhabited by aliens or whatever, but it might be organic. But the big thing with the TLP is that it's in color, and some of the gases coming out of it are also in color because he's enhancing it with different software, whatever. There's a fucking dragon.
These people can take those chemicals and put it in dog manure and make it taste like chicken McNuggets. Right now, we could drink strawberry soda, artificially flavored, and we read the ingredients on the can. We're not gonna find strawberries as an ingredient.
No.
But it smells like strawberry and it tastes like strawberry. Why? The chemicals. The chemical capital is in New Jersey. Chemicals for your ice cream, for your burgers, your cakes, for everything. These people can take those chemicals and put it in dog manure and make it taste like chicken McNuggets.
Wow.
These people can take those chemicals and put...
People used to use liquor to run their car.
Alright, let me find this clip of Oprah real quick. I'm gonna throw this in there. Let's check this out real quick.
Oh, no. Oprah, where the hell are you going? No. So it has been reported that basically Oprah Winfrey is on the run, heading towards the bank with $100 million to Switzerland. No. 100, where are you going with 100 million? Since the fact that the Jeffrey Epstein list is about to drop because she knows her name is on it. We the people, we know her name is on it indefinitely. Now all of a sudden, $100 million heading towards the bank, towards Switzerland. Oh no. And it's not only just a lot of actors and celebrities are because they know their names on that list. The ones you haven't been seeing or hearing about lately, those are the ones that are dipping.
It's over with, Oprah.
On the run with $100 billion. She's going bye-bye. The Jeffrey Epstein list is about to drop.
Yeah, they shaking in their boots, man. They shaking in their boots.
Yo, this is crazy. Are we seeing what's happening in America? Oprah Winfrey denies awful fake arrest rumors? Rumors about what? Oprah Winfrey has denied reports she was arrested and her home raided by law enforcement. What you said? The 66-year-old talk show host and media mogul became one of Twitter's top trending topics on Tuesday night after rumors began circulating on social media. What are we talking about? That she, allegedly Oprah Winfrey, along with other celebrities, have been arrested for sex trafficking. Yo, we just gonna take it from there. As of right now, this is just a rumor, but hold up. It didn't deny that others were arrested, so we gotta do some digging. I'm gonna continue to look into this topic and I'll let y'all know what I find. In the meantime, hit that comment section. What do you think? Is this just a rumor? Oprah Winfrey denying allegations?
They
and
know
didn't I
that
see a
list
trend
about to come out and they on the run. That's what's going on.
I'm unapologetic and I'm unwavering about it. Because when I see this woman, Oprah Winfrey, how do you as a black woman watch another black woman be thrown under the bus based off of a lie? What I won't do is be quiet. I won't go away. I won't back down.
And so when she was offered an unfair deal by Netflix, she decided to push back.
The offers just didn't make sense. If we continue to accept these low offers, however do we make it different and make a change? I've got to speak up and speak out. And I've got to say it's blatantly unfair.
What was unfair about it? She was offered $500,000 to do a Netflix special, a comedy special. The problem is that other comedians, like the Amy Schumers of the world, is that like she's getting offered like $10, $11 million.
Like $500,000 is still a lot of money, but
then when you find out it's 500,000 versus 11 million.
That's crazy.
I'm unapologetic and
that's not
I'm
cool.
unapologetic and I'm unwavering about it.
Hello. So have y'all seen the rumors going around about Oprah being arrested? Surely not Oprah. Well, I don't know. I found articles, of course, in mainstream media saying it's debunked, it's not true, all these fact checkers. And I don't know if y'all familiar with fact checking these days or not, but it's actually allegedly paid, it's allegedly paid off people to post the righteous in a wonderful, beautiful light and to fake debunk any rumors. Now, how much they get paid, I don't know, honey, but I never believe these fact checkers, and for good reason. Same thing with some social media platforms that say that their fact checkers are accurate, and they absolutely are not. And I'm not talking about this platform, TikTok. It's another one. Anyway, here's the article that I found.
Was working at Oprah Winfrey leadership.
Okay, here.
She was arrested yesterday for several charges, including assault, indecent assault, as well as soliciting girls under the age to commit indecent assault. And she's now at the Vereniging Police.
Wow. Oprah.
The Cancel Culture Dictionary is currently available for pre-order. All right, Jimmy, I think some elites right now, they're getting a little bit nervous because more than 170 people who are linked to Jeffrey Epstein are about to be exposed thanks to a Manhattan federal judge who ordered the release of long sealed documents related to that defamation lawsuit by one of his accusers.
Listen, I've always
shaking in their boots, man. Shaking in their boots. Wow.
Something strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African School for Girls.
Go look and see what happened to them girls.
So Oprah opened the school all the way back in 2007. And since the school's opening, it has been marred with many different controversies. You see, shortly after the school opened, a matron of the school was charged with touching several of the girls in a very inappropriate manner. When the crime eventually came to light, Oprah herself went to fire the school's head mistress. Then, in another incident that happened in 2011, law enforcement investigated the body of a newborn that was found in one of the students' bags. Apparently, one of the girls at the school gave birth, but there were no charges filed against her after this incident. There were also other scandals the school was involved in, like in 2009 when 7 students were suspended for harassing their classmates. And now there's a new scandal that the school is known for, as many people online have started spreading rumors that girls are disappearing from the school. According to these rumors, several students from the school have gone missing. But as of right now, nobody is sure why these rumors have started, as there is currently no news reporting that there have been missing girls at Oprah's school. Regardless, these rumors have managed to go viral all over TikTok and Twitter, and they continue to be spread to this day. Something strange is going on with Oprah Winfrey's South African School for Girls.
So everything I'm about to say is totally alleged and for entertainment purposes only, okay? But apparently this just happened in Switzerland. Yeah, that's a little weird because you know what else happens a lot in Switzerland? Like a bunch of evil stuff, okay? A lot of evil people like to hang out in Switzerland. That's weird. Remember, this is also in Switzerland. This is also in Switzerland. Let's not forget that this weird little event took place in Switzerland. Just saying, like, really weird stuff happens in Switzerland, okay? What's up with that? So everything I'm about to say is totally...
She definitely did something.
Now we know
She's running away. Now she's trying to get away. You're like, where you going?
How it works is this way. What they hid from you is that they monetize your promissory note, and that you're not supposed to sign the deed of trust.
What's this?
The second you sign that promissory note, they deposit it right into their bank as cash. Did you hear what I said? They monetized your notes without telling you. So you sign a promissory note, they deposit it into their bank in cash, and you own your home free and clear. But then, like an idiot, you go sign a deed of trust and then hand it over to them. And that means that you paid for the house once, you're paying for the house twice, okay? Because you got all those payments to make and all the interest paying for it 3 times. But then if you default and you go 91 days late, guess what happens? The insurance pays off on the loan and they're paid in full. So it's clear that the banks are fucking you every which way from Sunday. Banks do not loan money. How they create money is they get people to take a fake loan out. They don't actually give you real funds. They give you a check, a cashier's check, or something like that, and then you go deposit that into your bank, and then they're able, to loan up 10 times that amount. It's that people don't hide wads of cash underneath their mattresses anymore. They take their cashier's check and they put it into their bank. So nothing's actually changed. It's fake money. And what I'm telling you is that if you go look up the reality of lending, you're going to find out a lot of shit. And this is the shit you're going to find out. Okay? Banks do not loan money. There's the MERS, or the robo-signing transfer, and this is how much they've stolen. $1,200 trillion have been stolen, and it's called the Libor bank scam, which I see in reverse as lie rob. Okay? So you need an unbroken chain of title for them to foreclose on your property. And because of the MERS system, there is no paper trail. Okay? And what they did is the minute you signed that promissory note, what they did is they monetized that promissory note and they deposited it into the bank as cash. Okay? And then they sold the deed of trust off, and you have the MERS system. There's no trail of paper, and this has changed hands over and over and over with every bank that's been bought and sold out and went out of business. Okay? It's just crazy. So let's just make sure you understand this one more time.
They control everything, man. Everything.
Buy a home.
That's what do they not control?
They never loan money. Look it up. You sign a promissory note first, and then you sign the deed of trust. When you were done signing the promissory note, you were supposed to walk out. The home is owned by you in full, free and clear. But then you go and sign a deed of trust, and you hand it over to the bank after you already own the home. So you paid for the home once right there with your promissory note. Then they took out insurance on this. So if you default, when the minute you go 91 days late, the insurance pays off and the house is paid for again. Plus you have all the interest payments and everything. It's that you paid for this house like 4 times over. It's crazy. When you owned it outright the second you signed that promissory note. So next time you buy a property, you can't let them know that you know this. But the second the promissory note is signed, you're able to walk out free and clear. You don't sign the deed of trust and there's nothing they can do. Did you hear what I said? That's a fact. Go look it up. Now the next line of videos I'm coming out with, they're going to go very, very deep into your reality. It's going to blow your fucking mind.
Yes, so this is breaking news coming out right now at this very moment. What's going on in Washington, D.C. Absolutely incredible. Now, there are riots. You're going to be able to see this all over social media, and there's a lockdown going on in D.C. in the House. This is happening right now. I think that, I'm not really sure. I think they might be able to hopefully contain it, wrap it up. But this is happening in the middle of the night. So I wanted to hop on and let you guys know the breaking news, and this is coming out, as I mentioned. Not a whole lot of news media outlets have even got reports out on this yet. Yes, so this is breaking.
So let's watch my favorite episode of X-Files. You know, the one where they was talking about the fall of America? Yeah, I just love this episode. And by the way, don't forget, entertainment purposes only.
Odious.
Just listen to the whole video.
No sooner had we defeated Germany than a new threat started appearing in skies over America. Drawn to Earth by the latest threat to extinction, the H-bomb. Explosions acting as transducers, drawing alien life forms through wormholes in spaceships using electrogravitic propulsion. Advanced extraterrestrial species visiting us, concern for mankind and the threat of our self-destruction, forestalling our annihilation through their own self-sacrifice, and crashes at Roswell, more importantly, places like Aztec. World leaders signed secret memos directing scientific studies of alien technology and biochemistry. Classified studies were done at military installations S4, Groom Lake, Wright-Patterson, and Dulce. Extracting alien tissue. Tests were done on unsuspecting human subjects. And elaborately staged abductions in craft using alien technology recovered from the down saucers. Including human hybridization through gene editing and forced implantation of alien embryos.
Why do such a thing and lie about it? Our own government.
Your own government lies as a matter of course, as a matter of policy. The Tuskegee experiments on black men in the 30s, Henrietta Lacks.
What are they trying to do?
That's the missing piece.
But it's not hard to imagine a government hiding, hoarding alien technology for 70 years at the expense of human life and the future of the planet. Driven not only by corporate greed, but a darker objective.
The takeover of America.
And then the world itself, by any means necessary, however violent, or cruel, or efficient. By severe drought, brought on by weather wars, conducted secretly using aerial contaminants and high-altitude electromagnetic waves. In a state of perpetual war. To create problem, reaction, solution scenarios to distract, enrage, and enslave American citizens at home. With tools like the Patriot Act and the National Defense Authorization Act, which abridge the Constitution in the name of national security. The militarization of police forces in cities across the U.S., the building of prison camps by the Federal Emergency Management Agency with no stated purpose. The corporate takeover of food and agriculture, pharmaceuticals and healthcare, even the military in clandestine agendas to fatten, dull, sicken, and control a populace already consumed by consumerism.
And I encourage you all to go shopping more.
A government that taps your phone, collects your data, and monitors your whereabouts with impunity. A government preparing to use that data against you when it strikes. And the final takeover begins.
The takeover of America.
By a well-oiled and well-armed multinational group of elites that will cull, kill, and subjugate.
Happening as we sit here.
It's happening all around us.
The other shoe waiting to drop.
It'll probably start on a Friday. The banks will announce a security action necessitating their computers to go offline all weekend.
Digital money will disappear.
They can just steal your money?
Followed by the detonation of strategic electromagnetic pulse bombs to knock out major grids.
What will seem like an attack on America by terrorists or Russia.
Or a simulated alien invasion using alien replica vehicles that exist and are already in use.
I think y'all get the gist on how good the episode
is.
See. I think y'all should
really see.
Watch it.
What's your third
What y'all think about this X-File episode of Taking Over America?
I didn't know it was that deep in there. X-Files, man. Shout out. We gotta go see that, man. Shout out to him for putting us on.
My kids were sitting here eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or maybe their favorite, Lucky Charms. Now, I was a contractor for 22 years, and we used to do paint prep, do cleaning and things like that. And I'm sitting there reading a box, and I noticed that it says it contains trisodium phosphate. This. TSP. Let's see. Trisodium phosphate. Harmful if swallowed. Eye irritant, skin irritant. If ingested, call poison control. Poison control. Let's see here. Trisodium phosphate. And it's not way down here with the vitamins. It's way up here. That's on Lucky Charms. Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We've got Star Wars. Trisodium phosphate. This is a carcinogen that we're feeding our kids, and General Mills is putting it in all of their stinking cereal. If I sprinkled trisodium phosphate on my kids' cereal, I would go to prison. My kids were sitting here eating Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
That's crazy.
The chopsticks theory. Do you know why, like, Asian people, we all use chopsticks?
Yeah, to pick up food.
Yeah, to pick up food.
Yeah.
Correct. But you don't think they could have made forks? No. So there's actually a whole reasoning for using chopsticks. Because chopsticks, when you use it as a child specifically, it teaches you what? Discipline. because you have to learn it. And what happens to your fingers? It creates like a callus. Check this out. Way back in warfare, the common way to invade a village was bow and arrow. And the head of the village, they told all of the villagers, like, use a chopstick, use a chopstick. This is actually training for y'all.
For a thing, the calluses.
Yeah, for bow and arrows. Supposedly, this theory might just be a fucking joke too.
Yeah.
But supposedly, they would be so good at doing this and created such a crazy callus that they would be able to pick out arrows in the air.
Okay, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to sound stupid.
Yeah, no,
I was like, that's how I wanted to go. I was like, oh, they trained it to catch it out there.
Yeah. That's actually like with their fingers though, with their fingers.
Oh, okay.
Because the callus.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was okay.
No, the chopsticks is crazy. Some Jackie Chan shit. The chopsticks theory. Do you know why like Asian?
So apparently T-Mobile is coming out with this new terms of service, which is actually kind of nuts. So apparently they're going to start fining people for violations going across the bandwidth of their network. Now what that means is basically they're going to fine you for any text messages, any types of media or anything that you send while using up their data. Now, some of these violations don't necessarily make sense, but I could see maybe there being a fine behind them. Some of them include like phishing and social engineering, which are things that people will try to do to either hack you or scam you out of money. And that's a tier 1 fine. Stuff like that will cost you around $2,000. Then you have tier 2 fines, and that'll cost you about $1,000. And that's pretty much just any type of content that's illegal across all 50 states. But the most interesting violation is the one having to do with SHAFT. SHAFT is an acronym that stands for sex, hate, alcohol, firearms, tobacco. SHAFT. They're basically saying that if you send text messages that have any of this sexual talk, hate speech, talking about alcohol, firearms, tobacco, T-Mobile will fine you $500 per violation. So this basically means T-Mobile is going to be actively monitoring your traffic and fining you $500 a hit for anything that they don't like.
What? Now, how true is that? I don't know how true that is. If that's real, that's crazy. If they trying to do that. Alright, man, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We have came to the end of the TikTok reactions. Alright, I'm sending peace, abundance, prosperity, good health your way. All that being said, make sure you get your fruit in today. Alright, this video will be coming out super early, 12 a.m. probably, or I don't know, later than that. But if you did enjoy this video, consider subscribing, hit that post notification bell so you get notified right away once I post a video. All right, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.